Hey there, I'm Sava and I play Bonalium, the Tiefling Hexblade Paladin. Bonalium may look intimidating, being a towering 6'2" blue mass with two great file down horns and a smaller pair just beneath, but he's actually really nice. He's the type of guy that can see the good in others, just has a hard time seeing it in himself. After running away from his old academy where he grew up to try to become a paladin and prove to himself that he is truly good and not just some devil possessed monster like he was raised to believe, he ran to the rest of the group. But as he begins his mission of self discovery, he's realizing tieflings aren't seen as inherently evil as he was raised to believe. Was his old academy wrong? Or was his entitled childhood a lie? Maybe his new friends can help him learn more about the world and his past. Thanks for watching.
Hi, I'm Clarissa, and I'm playing Alistine. She's a half-elf ranged fighter. One of the first things you notice about Alistine are the claw-marked scars across her left cheek, and the second thing is her cold, hard stare. Alistine is quiet, serious, and focused, and also a bit socially awkward. She doesn't spend a lot of time around normal people the last several years, and just by observing her, you can tell that life has not been kind to her. Joining the party, she hopes to find people she can trust to help her deal with some unfinished business from her past, and if they help keep her from getting herself killed, that's just a bonus. I hope you enjoy watching, and thanks.
Hey everyone, my name is Joel, and I'm playing Kanai. Kanai is a human druid under the Circle of Wildfire who's lived alone in the woods for all his life. His ragged robes and dark, sooty, dirty appearance fit his pure fire and nature lifestyle. As for his personality, Kanai is an obsessive guy. He's obsessed with discovering the civilized world. He's obsessed with fire and all its burny properties. And he's obsessed with solving a murder mystery from his past. An obsession which led him to Phailton and Lightwood, where he met the rest of our fabulous group.
Hi guys, my name is Lex and I'm playing Jue Yu, the human wizard. Currently, she tends to stand out in a crowd due to the fact that she wears some fairly bright mint-colored robes, as well as the fact that she kind of has almost an abrasive texture to her skin, plus what appears to be her whole body. She's a sort of a more stoic, or at least attempts to be a more stoic person. However, especially lately, she's been really struggling to keep calm and collected. She's currently had quite an abrupt, we'll call it quite an abrupt change in scenery. She's looking for allies and anyone that is willing to help her out, as well as she's just looking for adventure right now because she's has an opportunity to live quite a different lifestyle than she previously was. Stick around to see what she does.
Hi everyone, I'm Vanessa, your Dungeon Master, here to give you a quick synopsis on what's happened in the campaign so far. We started off in the town of Lightwood, Kingdom of Phailton, in the world of Ipsun. Alistine, our half-elven fighter, had been in town for a few days looking for work. On her way to the town hall, she was stopped by a woman who, seeing Alistine's armor and bow, asked for help finding her daughter who had wandered off into the forest. Jue Yu, our human wizard, was arriving in town at about that time, looking for safe passage to the capital city of Eremos. The woman enlisted her help as well, and together they were able to track down the girl and return her safely that evening. The next morning, we met Kanai, our human druid, looking for a particular group of adventurers who he believed might be on their way to the capital city. We also met Bonalium, our tiefling paladin, who was similarly seeking a way to get to Eremos. As the adventurers trickled into the town hall one by one, an argument was unfolding between the Crown's Guard commander and a local butcher who seemed to have a ghoul problem going on in his basement. The commander informed the group that no guarded caravans were currently going to Eremos due to the recent death of the king, but the Elder Queen Mother was making her way to the capital for the funeral, if they were willing to act as mercenaries to guide her on her way. After proving their abilities by taking care of the butcher's ghoul problem, the group soon departed for Eremos. The adventurers quickly discovered that they were fortunate to have found themselves in this ragtag team, as the road to Eremos held many dangers along the way. The nights were difficult and full of harrowing dreams for some, as well as a somewhat unsettling interaction between Bonalium and his new sword. But, upon finally arriving in the city, the Queen Mother seemed charmed with the group's abilities and asked them to stick around in the city while she was there, promising to put in a good word with the local commander to keep them getting paid in the meantime. The adventurers spent some time pursuing their individual interests, Bonalium paying a visit to his new mentor, Jueyu visiting the library, and Kanai and Alistine making several enemies amongst the shopkeepers in the market district. After gathering back together, they sought a meeting with the local commander, who offered them a sizable reward for finding a group of bandits who had been wreaking havoc in the city. The group laid a carefully placed trap for the bandits, only to fail all attempts at stealth and performance spectacularly. The bandits turned the table on the adventurers and attacked, but our heroes managed to survive the encounter and found their way to the underground bandit hideout outside of the city, accidentally awaking an Onkeg in the process, but ultimately finding the hoard of stolen goods. The group received their reward and were able to get a bit of shopping done, and that's where we'll be picking up our adventure tonight. All right, so let's see. So you all have been staying in the Red Dragon pub. It is owned by Kozreet, the half-orc barkeeper, who had previously been attacked by the bandits that you defeated. So they've been giving you a bit of a discount on rooms. So you all wake up there, and let's see. Being a somewhat rundown place, the weatherproofing could probably be a little bit nicer, and because of that, you are able to hear the street below as a town crier walks through announcing, "Day of mourning for the late king tomorrow. Funeral services to be held in the High District. All businesses to observe day of mourning in His Highness' honor." What do y'all do? It's the morning you've been awoken by this lovely information.
So I guess the king has finally met his end.
For context,
I believe we
I
already knew
believe
that.
that you know that the king was dead because that is why you were escorting the Elder Queen Mother to the capital for his funeral.
How early would it have been that this person was going around?
You know, it's early-ish morning.
Okay.
It's possible you would already be awake.
I may have already been awake. I just learned a new spell. So I would have set out a small bowl and some incense, and I would be burning some incense and summoning my Find Familiar. And it is going to be a bird. It is a
Bird.
Yeah, it's a bird.
Chicken.
It's just a bird.
No.
It's any bird. I apologize
choose
while
a
I pull
bird.
up the spell here.
Dodo bird.
You're doing this in the room, right?
Yeah, I would just
Yeah,
sit
you
in the
guys
middle of the
wake up
room.
to
A
the
rooster.
town cry. Yeah, like, you wake up to the town crier shouting about a funeral, and Jueyu just in a, like, you know, small circle of incense burning all around her, and a bird pops out. What kind of bird is it, Jueyu?
It is a raven, although for some reason it doesn't show. Oh, here it is. Yes, raven. Yeah, so it would be a raven. It's a small black raven. Nothing very particular about it. And I will, I spent an hour just chanting at this bowl and then lighting the incense and doing these, whatever hand gestures as well. And once it comes out, I will, I guess hold it. Is anybody would be, I assume that would be, enough
Yeah,
to
you
wake
guys all
everybody
wake
up.
up as this is happening.
So I'm gonna just hold the bird out. See if anybody's interested. Are you guys interested? I've summoned this bird for us.
And I will walk right past the bird and go to the incense bowl and start staring at it.
Alarms
This
me?
thing burns strange.
I'll take the bird and I'll kind of try to set it on Bonalium's shoulder.
I'm still like you're going for Alistine, get the decanter of water. Cannon's at it again.
Oh no.
Setting things on fire?
I'm like startled, like, come on, what's going on?
Kenai will just kind of pick up the bowl of incense and then immediately, I don't know, is it hot?
It's probably warm still. I wouldn't imagine it's extremely hot.
It's warm to the touch, but not like burning.
Okay. And I will like take a tentative sniff. Why does this smell so strange?
It smells very strong. You cough a little bit, probably.
It's made to have a scent to it.
Things can have scents when they burn?
That's I assume that's where the name incense come from.
Okay.
Okay.
Same root
I'm not sure
word.
if you have the linguistics degree to back that up, but
Yeah, I don't
close
know
enough.
that.
Roll a
That's-
linguistics
I
check.
mean, yeah, it's probably the same root word between scent and sense, you know, the SCEN.
That's
So
close
I'll
enough.
give it to
You
you.
won't question me.
Okay, but
In
what's
this
the bird?
magical world of Dungeons and Dragons.
It's actually called incense. That's canon.
incense.
Again, you can't
Yeah,
just
I
say
got you.
things are canon. That's
But
my
if I
job.
say things are canon, they're canon, right?
No.
Schweiger's canon.
Fair
Schweiger fully believes that, and I 100% believe anytime she writes incense, she smells it. Incense.
Oh
Need
no.
that too. We'll see how your spells work with that. But all right,
Alright.
yeah. So
Okay.
getting a start on the day. Doing anything?
Apparently, we have a bird now.
Yeah.
You have a bird now.
I can snap and it disappears from existence. And then I
Last I remember,
snap again
we
and it's
were-
on Alistair's shoulder.
I brush it away.
last I remember, we were trying to look for jobs from Commander Winson over at the Citizens Hall. Or that was
So,
an interest. At least
I
of
think-
I
Kenai.
do
there was an
believe
interest.
like,
last
Funeral.
we left off was the day before yesterday. You had gotten your reward from Commander Winson. He said, unless you want to go kill some rats in the sewer, they didn't have any work for you right now. But come back in a few days, or they would send for you if they had work.
Okay.
You had spent the next day sort of shopping, hanging out. Joy, you got some new spells copied
can
over
I-
into her book. You got the fancy water geyser bottle. Yes, can I?
I think it's time that I should
Can I?
return to the Sombra's headquarters, especially with the day of mourning upon us. I'm sure they'll need support there.
So, just for clarification on that, your I forgot the title that I made up for him already. Vicar Karanoff told you that he could train with you once per 10 day. It has been 5 days since then, so you've got a little time before then. But just to preclude some of this, actually, as you guys start to head downstairs talking about what you're going to do with your day, mulling it over, you do see next to Kozrit at the bar, Crown's Guard Win, who you remember the commander had ushered over and had them help clean up the bodies of the bandits that you justiced. So they actually motion over to you, Kozrit and Commander Win.
We go to them.
Yeah,
go
I'll
to them.
head over there.
And Commander Win lets you know that Crown's Guard Win. Commander Winson, that's my fault for giving them similar names. They're spelled very differently because
Are they related?
No, Win is spelled with an H. They look very
like
different
Winnie?
in
Like a horse?
text.
This sounds like
Commander
the
Wainson.
conventions at Schweiger.
What?
This sounds like the same spelling conventions that Schweiger learned. Incense and wind.
Yeah, no. Win
You are
is a real
related,
name.
so-
It's a real last name. I've known people with that last name. It's Hyunh, and I hope I'm spelling that correctly now because now it's really gonna look silly. So they look very different on the page, but I realize as I'm saying them aloud, they sound very similar, and I apologize for that. But Crown's Guard Win lets you know that Commander Winson has sent for you. He asks you meet him in the citizen's house today before sundown. So,
Great, thanks.
you have
Before
that
sundown.
little,
Okay.
little bug in your ear, and then Commander Wynn leaves. And Kazu
Question,
nods to
out of-
you.
Character question.
Yes.
How long has it been since they got their clothes ordered? Has it been 4 days? Do we need to go pick them up?
So it's been 5 days since that as well. That was the same day. At the time we were still kind of working out timelines, but so 5 days would be about how long the clothes would take to get ready, so they should be ready today.
Okay. I think that I still think we should go see what's going on first. I don't know about you guys, but I feel that this is a little bit higher priority than
That was an
some
out of
clothing
character
that we
question.
ordered.
Just
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Okay.
asking, timeline.
I feel like
things.
this is a little bit higher priority.
Alistine, no one needs clothes. I didn't
I
even
know,
get
right? Like, of the
you at
group,
you.
Alistine is definitely the most concerned with, like,
Do we
pretty
get your
clothes.
Fair
clothes?
enough.
Pretty sure you're breaking game logic. You're trying to do the main quest before the side quests, and I'm not sure anyone's okay with that.
We gotta complete
Right.
all
Yeah,
the
she-
side
quest
quests.
is fashion.
She just said that he needed to see you before sundown.
That's fair.
Definitely, I mean, he is used to you showing up before he has arrived, based on Alistine showing up at 4 in the morning and being upset that he wasn't in his office.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
That's
But
Fair
Okay.
yeah,
enough.
it's up to you guys. What are you doing?
I mean, I would lean towards heading over and seeing what they need before we do anything else. I'm not sure what the
I don't know.
severity of the situation is.
Conveniently, as you will remember, the citizen's house is on the outer edge of the market district, which is where your clothes are, so you could probably take care of both of those. It's almost like your DM, planned. Weird.
Our DM plans?
No, but I like
Wait.
to pretend like it so I look better.
What's a DM?
Okay, so let's go over there then.
Yeah.
The citizen's house. Let's just pick up our package now.
Okay.
So what are you doing?
We
I'm
go to the
following
market.
following their
house.
lead.
Someone walks in front of someone else who's walking
I
in
follow
front.
their
Where do
lead.
they go?
I move over to the tailor. That
You go to the tailor first. All right.
And I will follow along.
Yeah, you all just. I assume you're all going to the tailor then, and then you will go to the citizen's house. It's fine.
Yes.
So that would be, I believe it was Cora's fine clothing. Cora, the halfling woman, ushers you in. Says, "Yes, I've got them all ready for you." Shows you your lovely garments. I believe all of you had custom clothes made for you, or no? Alistine, you bought some off the rack.
And I didn't buy anything.
Yeah, I believe.
did.
Although the purple suit
Yeah,
is
Ken, I
good.
didn't get anything. So it was Bonalium and Shueyu
Yes.
had orders waiting for them.
Yeah.
So, yeah, you've got your snazzy new digs.
Yeah.
That's right, I'm down with the hip lingo.
I take it time to
Everyone just did all of our viewers just leave? Good. Now that
Anyways,
they're gone,
Yeah, I'll pick up
we
my
can talk about the good stuff.
my clothes.
I'll go ahead and put it on the clothes, and I'm assuming it's the one from the most recent character art from Clarison, right?
I mean, you get to tell me what the clothes look like. You told her what you wanted, so.
So it's kind of a layered look. The first one has a nice, comfortable, tight-fitting shirt to accentuate his build, because that's what she has said. Like, I can, put this to your exact build. Then it has a tablet over it that hangs off to the side and has buckles to make it more form-fitting. He looks at himself in the mirror, appreciates it, and just compliments her effusively. Like, wow, these are some really nice digs, as the kids are saying now. According to the divine voice from above.
She looks way up at you because you're probably more than twice her height. She goes, "Oh, it's nothing. I mean, I had to, get my long table out for it, but
artistry really shines through. This is great. At that point, I then slid onto my shoulder, and then my chainmail shirt right over it, so it's all masked now.
Yeah.
All right, let's go.
All right, I put on my. I ordered fairly standard looking. I wear a very distinct and recognizable dress normally, a tuba dress. So I wanted something a little less standouty. I ordered, a nice collared shirt that'd probably be buttoned, and then a jacket or a cloak. Nothing too fancy, but something that looked a little nicer. So I'll put the clothes on, and I'll leave the cloak in my bag in case I need it.
Then you guys head over to the citizen's house, I presume?
Yep.
All right. Let's see.
Is the goose
as
shop
you-
open?
The goose
For
shop.
context, there is
Goose
a
shop.
butcher where you once purchased a goose that Alistine purchased for you,
Yes.
and then you promptly lit on fire within the butcher's shop, at which point they asked you to leave rather promptly. Yes, it's open. Everything is open today. Tomorrow is the day of mourning, to be clear. So nothing will
Can
be
I
open
will
tomorrow.
kind of tap Alistine's shoulder and with like almost a childlike like gesture, just kind of
What do you want? What? Use
Sam,
your
I'm
word.
just telling you,
Yeah,
okay,
use your
you wake
words.
up and go to the citizen's house. I'm just kidding. This
Can
is
I
mean.
We're doing more
Can I
shopping,
would-
Vanessa.
I know, we
And
kind
I
of were
would like-
shopping intentionally.
a meal?
A meal?
A meal.
Yes.
Who's a meal?
I don't know who. Do you have a meal of someone?
What do you want?
A meal of
Can I would like
I'll
Another-
go into the.
another thing from Goose Shop?
Oh.
I'll go into there while they're like trying to figure out what a meal of a human or whatever they're eating is. They're talking about is, and I'll go up to the counter.
Yeah, can I help you?
Hi, do you I've heard you sell geese. Do you have one available?
Sure, I guess. He actually then at that point sees Can I like looking in the window and like looking all hopefully and then looking back at Alistine. Yeah. He
It's
goes, oh,
for a friend.
I appreciate you not bringing him in here again. Still got some
Of course.
scorch marks on the wall.
I apologize
yeah.
for that.
Goes, grabs you a goose. I don't remember what we said it cost last time. Do anyone remember off the top of their head?
I don't know.
5 silver! It's
top
5
of
silver.
my
It's a
head.
good goose. That sounds kind of expensive. But it's a whole goose.
Maybe it's a two-headed
I'll
goose.
give him 6 silver.
Okay. You came into some wealth recently, so.
Yeah, I'll give him 6 silver.
Yeah, we're rich.
Right. And he sends you on your way.
Yeah, thank him for it. And
Shueyu walks out with a goose. And do you have your little raven friend on your shoulder, or is your raven friend?
I do not.
existent at the
I
moment?
snapped that away.
Okay.
Is it wrapped in like butcher paper? I wouldn't really like
Yes.
just hanging it by the neck. I would like probably have it.
No, it
folded
is
and-
wrapped. It is wrapped in butcher paper. If you recall, Can I immediately, whilst Alistine was paying for the goose, unwrapped it and started roasting
Yes.
it. So
Um,
there is butcher paper that you can utilize.
Is there maybe an area off to the side where we could not be, just
you
cooking
go
something
find
in
your
the middle of the
awkward
street?
goose roasting bench like you did before, where you get some weird looks, but at least you're not walking down the street with active fire in your hands. And I presume you roast your goose.
I hand it to Kenai and I just, rub my forehead and stand there while
Can I
he
will
cooks
take the
his
goose gladly? But can I, after like kind of dangling it by the neck and then immediately lighting his hand on fire. Before applying the fire to the goose, he kind of looks at the goose and then he looks at his friends as they all like facepalm in unison. And he sighs and takes out his dagger and slices a leg off and then lights the leg on fire, but rewraps the rest and puts it in his pack.
Okay.
Kenai is slowly
You have-
learning to be less weird.
You have a nice little goose treat, a pleasant goose breakfast, and then you go to the citizen's house. You don't get a choice anymore. You're there.
Wow, that was weird. How did we get here?
I couldn't understand you, Saba. What?
I think we're bullying Kenai into civilization.
Isn't that what like manners are when you really think about it? Is just everyone bullying each other into acting well.
We're just like, stop being a freak.
Okay, to be fair, again, last time he was walking down the street with an open flame over a goose. Over a raw goose.
I don't know.
Alright.
It's D&D
What's wrong with
world.
that?
So you are in the citizen's house. You enter the citizen's house, and you find Commander Winston, who is a, as you recall, rather handsome half-elf man with bronze skin and fiery red hair, wearing armor that, very well kept, well polished armor has definitely seen some use. This time he is waiting at the front desk instead of back in his office where you've seen him before. He's shuffling through some paperwork. He looks a bit agitated. He sees you walk in and sort of ushers you forward while still looking down. As soon as you approach, he says, yes, here you are. I apologize. I'm a bit rushed today, but if you would be so kind, you have probably heard the late king's funeral is tomorrow. We are increasing security a bit at the last minute, and the Elder Queen Mother has requested that, well, you all would serve as her personal escorts. So, that being the case, I shall be seeing you all tomorrow at dawn. Thank you. Oh, and of course you will need this slip to enter the High District gates. I have already filled it out as Al and Company 4.
Great. Thanks.
For context, Alistine and Commander Winston had a bit of a standoff before when he told her that he needed to know her name in order to hire her. But yeah, so he holds out a slip of paper and, you know, he peels all this off, holds it out, and is already back to looking at his paperwork.
Take it.
Mm-hmm.
Take it.
You still
Take the
there?
paper.
Yeah,
I take
you
the
take the paper. Yes, you have taken the paper. He is not paying attention. If you're still standing there,
And I will walk up and place the goose leg in the hand.
no, you will not, because as soon as you approach, he will withdraw his hand.
Oh.
I
Look
guess
at
we can
you
go now.
awkwardly, and then go, did you need something else?
Uh, yes. How can I get to the top of the wall again?
Oh yes, can I? As we said before, if you keep, helping out as a mercenary, I might be able to pull some strings for you. Normally we only let the guards up there, and if you're interested in becoming a guard, we
Not
might
real strings, can I?
have a
Do guards...
Not strings. Not real strings.
Okay.
Oh yes,
do guards
I apologize.
not get up to top of wall with strings?
No strings.
No, there's
Guards pull
there's
strings
a
and lift
ladder.
guards.
No strings. I see the confusion. You see, I would just use my influence as the Crown's Guard commander of the city to give you a tour. But at the moment, a bit busy.
Maybe we can ask Helena to do that. We're on first name basis.
when you say Helena, like, he pulls a face of, like, I know that you, seem to have charmed the dear Elder Queen Mother, but I assure you, you are not on a first-name basis. And if you refer to her as Helena tomorrow, you will not be employed again.
You sure? She seemed quite alright with us previously.
It is not so much a matter of personal preference of the Elder Queen Mother. He, like, starts to say Helena and, like, can't even say that. Like, it is a matter of respect and decorum, and if you are to enter the palace, you will refer to her by her proper title.
Absolutely, my mistake.
Sure. We'll go with that one.
All right, thanks.
I feel like we keep getting off on the wrong foot. I assure you, I find you all very charming. Very, in your quaint little way, you know. But I don't mean any offense or to be rude. It's just that she is royalty, and in the palace, to refer to her otherwise, it would get you kicked out. Not even by my doing.
Can I roll insight to see if he likes us?
You can roll insight.
That's a 5.
Insight. Commander Winson, with that glint in his eye and those shiny pearly whites, he's a hard man to read, you know?
He hates me.
No, you don't get the impression that he hates you. You just can't read him at all.
That's the impression.
My assumption will be if I can't read him, he hates me.
That's not really how insight works. But I mean, to be fair, if I can't read someone, I assume that they hate me, like just Vanessa in real life. And also, even if I can, I just assume that they hate me. So, I guess that's fair. Who am I to judge?
All right, so I guess we're
All right.
done here then. We can.
Move on, I
He
Yeah,
suppose.
he's not looking at you anymore.
So, you guys want to get dinner or something? What time
Dinner?
is it?
Didn't we just wake up like an hour ago?
Oh, actually, yeah. What like this time frame? Take the
Wait,
whole day.
warning? So what I was going to ask was, Celestine and Shui Yu, just roll some quick intelligence checks for me. You guys have left. You continue on with your day a little bit. We'll get to that in a moment.
An intelligence check? Apologize.
Yeah,
I
just
got
a flat
8.
intelligence check. Okay.
I got a natural 1.
Someday.
All right. Celestine, you feel like you might. I don't know. You just feel like you might be forgetting something. Something's itching at the back of your mind about that whole interaction, but it doesn't bother you. Whatever. I mean, Commander Winston's just sort of a,
I hate him, so I don't know.
Yeah, you're not a big fan, generally speaking.
I'm
you
glad
guys.
we're not talking to him anymore.
Yep. Dre, no, your day is great. Everything is great. Nothing is wrong. Everything
You have
will
a bird
be
now.
fine. You have a bird.
Does the bird have a name?
I have a bird. Why would I name it? It's not mine to name. I'm just bringing it here temporarily.
Does the bird not belong to Shueyu? Did not Shueyu make bird poof out of fire?
Poop out of fire?
Fire gave life to that bird.
It's a little more complicated than that. I'm not creating it from nothing. I'm bringing it from another place. So
the bird does not have a name?
it probably does. I just don't know it.
Can you ask it?
Would you like to? Okay, I will ask the bird if it has a name. Telepathically.
Okay.
anything that exists.
Can you do that? Can you actually do that?
I can telepathically communicate with it.
Oh yeah, you can. Okay. It tells you that its name is Simone.
Okay. Apparently, this bird is named Simone. And as I'm saying that, I'm gonna have it, because it can repeat anything it hears. Almost like a parrot. So I'm gonna have it say
90s
Simone in my
kids.
voice a couple times. Simone. It's a Pokemon
it is
now.
Raven Simone. Can I see?
Oh,
The raven's
no.
name is Simone.
All right.
Thank you for
I was
catching
sitting
that.
Thank
here
you,
biting
Simone.
my tongue. And then you let me name it.
So I will take Simone
This
on
is
my
your
finger,
fault.
That's
and
so
I will
Raven.
bring it over.
I've also been holding on to that joke for the perfect moment.
And
Don't
I'll bring
worry,
it over,
will happen
and I
again
will
later.
I will try to set it on Kanai's shoulder. Here you go, Kanai. This is Simone.
Yeah, it goes on Kanai's shoulder. I mean,
Fluffs a little
Kanai
bit.
sort of gives off a general animal positive vibe.
I look at Simone. I bet you can go on the wall. I start petting its full head.
Talk to Ted.
And I will offer
Disappears.
loose leg for Raven Simone.
As you go to offer it, disappears. All right.
All right.
So,
So, you have most of the day left for you. I was going to ask you to give me just a quick, sentence or two summary. We're not going to get into it too deeply of what you would do with your day to yourself before tomorrow. Each of you.
how long do we have?
What do you get up to? What?
How long do we have?
It's late morning. You've got most of the day.
I would go straight to the library then.
All right. Should I use Spencer Day in the library?
Hey, can I ask Commander Winston about this rat thing?
Yeah. You want to go back to Commander Winston?
Yeah.
Okay, we'll
And I
address
will
that
just
after.
ask about that. Yeah.
Yeah, I would go to the library and specifically looking for anything relating to the monastery I was previously looking for. Anything relating to that group of wizards.
Yeah, you can.
You know,
You can roll an investigation check.
an investigation.
We're not gonna, like I said, we're not gonna get super into this because I don't want to spend too much time till we get to
I think Alstine
into our new arc.
would just
Yes.
kind of walk around near the high gate area. What is it called?
The High District.
Outside where the gate is, and just kind of be like looking around and seeing what's going on near that gate outside of it.
I think
Yeah,
that's the
you can
definition
see.
of lurking.
What was that, Saba?
I think that's the definition of lurking.
That
Yeah.
is lurking.
I'm
Yes,
lurking.
Yeah, you see, there's a bit of like hustle and bustle going on, preparations for the funeral. You see, on all of the like tall, lovely buildings, there's black banners hung. Most of them had banners hung on them for the last few days since the death of the king, but yeah, there's definitely preparations being made, a somber air to the place. Bonalium?
I'm going to return to the Order of Saurus HQ, not to train. I understand that Vicar Kionov would be busy at this time, but I specifically want to see if I could use their facilities to study religious rites. Mainly two things. I'm going to be looking at funeral rites, processions, what's the normal status quo, and while I'm doing that, also looking around for past instances of mind smites. Like
Of what?
lasers. Mind smites.
Mind
lasers
smite.
that come out
Yes.
of the head.
Yes, paladins smiting with some sort of green power coming out of their head. Yeah. Pretty normal. Go ahead and roll an investigation check for me as well. Shreyud, what did you get on your investigation check?
I rolled an 8. Or I got an 8 total, I apologize.
Okay, yeah. You don't find anything about that monastery at all.
Okay.
Sava, what'd you get? Sorry, Bonalium. 12? Yeah, you don't. You find a little bit about general funeral rites. Nothing really that you didn't already know or experience in your time with Save. But nothing about green mind smites for some reason.
I must
And
be.
then, yeah. Oh my goodness, can I? You go back to Commander Winston. He looks a bit busy, not super responsive, but oh, did you need something?
I'm just curious about these rats.
Yes, they're, sewer rats. Pretty typical. We usually get guards to take care of them. There's a few more than usual there. Like I said, I think it's, let me see. He goes and looks for another stack of papers and looks through and says, yes, 1 gold for, let's see, 10 of the small ones and 10 gold for one of the big ones.
What is wrong with rats?
They spread disease. And
Oh. What if Kenai could just have them leave the city?
that would be wonderful, I suppose. Are you going to do that in this afternoon?
Will their gold still be there if Kenai makes them leave?
You want to know if you're still going to get paid for making them leave? I mean, it's difficult to prove, normally you bring a trophy back, the tails or something. He's like, looks over at the paperwork he set aside. How exactly do you intend to make them leave?
By asking? How else?
I admit I have not tried that myself, but I don't think that's gonna work. I'm sorry. Look, I'm a bit busy, lots of preparations to be made. I'll see you tomorrow, alright? Do a good job tomorrow and we'll see about getting you up on that wall.
Kenai needs money to build things. Kenai will just kind of turn around and shuffle on his way out.
Yeah, he
Why
lets
is
you go.
city life so hard?
Or can I?
Or can I? Alright, so that is how you guys spend your day. You wake up the next morning. It is at this point that it finally occurs to you. You don't actually know where to report or what time.
Oh, crap.
Because
Huh?
no one
Did we
asked.
ask?
He said the citizen's house.
Did we ask?
No, he gave us a ticket to get into the high gate, so we're supposed to go there somewhere.
Guys, did we ask where we were supposed to be going? The details of what we were doing, or what the reward for this was?
Yeah, no one bothered to ask how much you're getting paid either.
Studies with the funeral rites, would it have outlined what the funeral procession of Aramis was?
What'd you get on your roll?
A 12?
It wasn't that specific, no. You would know generally that there would be, for like a king like this, it would probably be an all-day affair. It's a big deal.
What was on the paper that he gave us? Was it just like, these people can go inside the high district? Or was it like...
Essentially, it said, yeah, that you would be acting as guards and to be permitted in.
Okay.
Let's just head over there, talk to the guards, and have them
I'll make
direct
sure
us.
I'm, my nice new clothes. I'm well
Yeah,
postured.
I should have
and
asked this before, but
well-dressed
before I
and
said
clean.
anything. What time do you guys normally wake up or get up?
We have to get the
At dawn.
scene has by character defined. She gets up before daybreak.
Say that again?
Palestine kind of implied earlier in the game that she gets up before daybreak.
Did she?
I mean, I took a short rest that one night, because
Yeah, I
I
don't think
definitely
that
would have
was-
gotten up probably before
But,
daybreak. I tend to get up really early and sit and meditate.
So you got up before daybreak and you sat and meditated, but it is now. I mean, yeah, it's it's light outside. It's early morning. Before
So
you
we
get going, probably.
we should go then.
Yeah.
You should go. Probably. Oh yeah, so you... Let's see. You make your way to the High District. I'm getting some echoing again from somebody's mic. I don't know. Alright, but yeah, so you make your way to the High District. It strikes you how dead everything is. This is a very busy city, and while there are people out and about a little bit, it's, banners of black are draped around the city. There have been some, but more so than before, even, and, usually the bakeries would be full of people by this point in the day, shops would be open, things like that, and everything is just dead. No
No
none
shops
of the
are
shops
open
are
at all?
open. No, it's the day of mourning. All
Yeah,
businesses.
I was just making sure that,
we're supposed to respect that. So they're
Everything
all
was closed and everything was actually following.
Everything is closed. Yeah.
Fair enough.
Yeah. So you pass through the other city districts on your way to the gates to the High District. You present your paperwork. You are allowed in with looks, but no comment,
The doors guard, where we should do you know where we should be reporting? We're supposed to escort the ancient crown Helena.
Probably best to head to the palace then.
Thank you. Do you the map that I got earlier, does it actually outline the palace grounds?
Didn't we go there when we dropped her off?
You've been to the palace before when you dropped the Queen Mother off. Yes.
Okay, then we'll head to that direction.
Yes. So, so even though you've been here once before, I should just say this might be a little bit of a exposition-heavy episode. Sorry for people who aren't into that, but I think, there's just a lot we need to establish for our new arc and for the fact that none of you probably know what's going on. So, well, I wrote this assuming you guys would have asked what time to be there, but since not, gonna make some quick adjustments on the fly. No, I just think I fully anticipated that you might not too. It's not gonna, break things. It's just
You
funny.
seemed so, pushing us to get things done. We just wanted to get through things for you. It's your fault, it's not ours.
Yep.
Oh, okay, yes.
Amanda doesn't like us. Maybe we should make people who like us. How about that?
Try to make people who would like you offer them a pile of dirt in exchange for a house, and they get offended for some strange reason.
That person was rude
Yeah.
and mean and dumb. So No.
Oh, okay.
The Goliath character, and he was pretty pretentious, and I'm pretty sure he was running some sort of secret underground
Yeah.
cult.
He definitely was very pretentious and stuck up, and again, wasn't just, put off by the fact that you tried to intimidate him and failed.
Details.
I think the problem is you guys just don't remember the characters that like you because they're not, as interesting story points. Like,
Nancy Smithy.
Kozri likes you just fine. The barmaid at the first tavern you stayed at, she liked you just fine. And you just cast them to the side, never to see them again.
Hey, we interact with Cosric all the time.
We didn't kill them.
Good old William.
That's practically the best we
That's
can
true.
do.
William likes you. William, the guard at the front gate.
Yeah, he really likes some of us.
Anyways.
And I think she's cool.
All right, so what do we do with the palace?
Yes.
Yes, I'm
Well,
looking
you're not
around.
there
I'm trying
yet
to get
because we
a.
have some description in the meantime. So.
Yeah.
You've been here before, but that was at sunset previously. So now in the light of day, it's a different kind of like awe-inspiring is the word I was looking for. Yes. The, shining buildings almost seem to glow in the bright sun. There's decadent buildings of different shapes and sizes, though much more uniform than the crooked, mismatched architecture you saw in Noctal Square, also in this city, with the exception of one tower that you imagine to be the home of some sort of quirky arcane practitioner. Its pale yellow walls and bright red trim tend to clash with the blues and purples that adorn most of the buildings in this district. The palace itself gleams a shining white with pale purples as you approach the gate, where there is a small guardhouse. The whole district looks almost unreal, like a painted picture or something to most of you who have, for the most part, not even been in cities at all, let alone, somewhere full of as much wealth as this. The only damper being, as we mentioned before, the dark banners hanging on all of the buildings and sort of the somber mood in the air. Let's see. You arrive to the palace guards. They look a bit confused at, the timing and all that, but you did arrive. Yeah, I can take you up there. So, one of the guards escorts you up to the palace, where you see the Queen Mother, Master Winson, as well as Commander Winson. You had met both of them before. Commander Winson is the one you spoke to earlier. Master Winson is another half-elf, a woman who looks remarkably like Commander Winson. You presume brother and sister connection. Actually, yeah, I think they confirmed brother and sister connection.
Remember.
What?
Weren't they fraternal twins?
They're not twins, but they are brother and sister. They look as though they look very similar. Could be twins. You didn't ask, but now I've told you they're not twins. But you don't know either way, technically speaking, I suppose.
Question.
Yes.
What would we know about this king that has passed away? Was he generally liked by everyone? Would we know anything about him?
You can roll a history check, but I can tell you, anyone else who would have a reason to maybe know, go ahead and roll, but Shui Yu, you're gonna have a hard time based on your backstory.
20. I've done a little bit of reading since I've gotten to the
you've done
city.
a little bit of reading. Seems fairly well liked.
I got an 18.
18, yeah. You would probably know. Oh, go ahead. Did anyone else roll?
Can I do a religion check to see how religion views him?
Sure. It's not going to get you the same kind of information, but that looks like a good roll. What'd you get?
All together.
You got
What
what?
was that? Okay, 5. Are you rolling, Can I? You probably wouldn't know.
Can I wouldn't even care.
Yeah, Can I wouldn't know. Okay, so Alistine, you know that he's a generally well-regarded king. There have been, a fairly peaceful and prosperous time under his reign. Not particularly remarkable. Yeah, I mean, Jueyu, you would know next to nothing about him. He's the king. He's fine. Yeah, Alistine, you would know that he was... Jueyu would not know this, probably. Alistine, you would know that he was young to suddenly be dead. You would know that 18... You would know that there was an heir to the throne. Fairly young. Probably don't know the exact age, but probably younger than you. So that's probably all you would know. Do you have a question, Shueyu?
My question was, would we have any idea of how he died or what happened?
No, not really information that you'd be privy to.
Fair enough.
While we're
Would we
walking,
know-
I kind of like tell the others what information I have about the king. Just like, hey guys,
Okay.
you know.
Sorry, but out of character, would we also know the relation of the Queen Mother? Like, I don't know if we should assume she's literally the mother of this.
So
the
you
king.
have
Is
heard
that
Elder Queen Mother, which again, I don't know if Can-I would even know any of this, but just
Oh, no,
generally
I'm not-
speaking. No, I know
I
you're
guess,
saying out of character.
I'm kind of asking this for the benefit of the party. Like, what are these titles
Yeah.
even mean?
So, Elder Queen Mother, what you would gather from that is that she is not... So, Queen... And it can work the other way as well. There have been, the monarch can be a queen or a king, but or a monarch, non-binary person, but their spouse would, after their death, if they are still alive, take on... Well, the spouse wouldn't take on the role so much as once their children ascended to the throne, the mother of the new king or queen would be Queen Mother, or it would be King Father, because they no longer have the title actually of queen. So she was the queen at one point, but she was never the heir to the throne. So whoever she had been married to, her spouse, was the sovereign at some point. Because she's the elder Queen Mother, that means she is not the mother of the current sovereign. So, given the fact that you could tell that this is, again, she is an elven woman. She appears extremely old, which, as an elf, means she's really, really old, like probably more than 500 years old. So you guess she's probably wasn't the queen anytime super recently. I believe, actually, Jueyu had a bit of a conversation with her about some events that transpired a few hundred years ago, and she said that she didn't really know much about them, and that was when she was busy ruling the nation. So you get the feeling, yeah, it's been a few hundred years. You also know that the king who just passed away was primarily of human origin.
So we can assume that she was like ruling this kingdom area, or like...
Yes, that is the title she has here. She was at one point the queen of Phaelton.
Okay.
But she was not the one of royal blood, so she was not the actual... She was ruling, but not the final word. Did I cover all the questions?
I think so.
Okay.
Unless you want to give me bad information for rolling a 5 on religion.
Yeah, you just don't know anything. Not a lot of connection. You know, just everyone knows. To an extent, you know that this place, Eremos specifically, is known for being dedicated to Savras to an extent, very believing in fate. So you know that there are, in general, you know, Savras leaning. Currently, you would know actually the High Chancellor, who is the highest ranking member of the Diviners, which would be the divine magic branch of military/government. That the High Chancellor is a follower of Savras. That's about all you would know.
So basically, it comes down to cool palace, bro.
Yes, it's a very pretty palace. Look, it's all pretty and shiny. And you're here.
What?
This is quite excessive.
What? Huh? I could have sworn Joel said something, but I must have just imagined it. Strange.
No. Can I didn't think or say anything out loud?
Yeah, no, and neither did Joel, I presume. I mean, I didn't hear anything at least.
No, I don't say things at all.
Is there
I'm
another
not talking.
person on this show?
Anyways,
Anyways. Don't you try and get me back on track, sir. Okay, so you are escorted up to the palace through the servants' entrance, down a few hallways, where you see the elder Queen Mother, as described, a very, 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 very old elven woman. Gray hair with golden scales sort of framing her face and on parts of her body that you can see. And she is here with Eliza, Master Winston, and Commander Winston. And seeing the three of them together, it really now strikes you the resemblance between the three. So, you know, you can reasonably imagine maybe they are somehow related to the royal family, specifically, especially since they're all standing here with varying levels of patience. You also see a small girl, maybe 9 or 10 years old, dark hair in a very, voluminous braid with a gold ringlet woven into it. They're all dressed in black. Anyway, and the young girl also has golden scales, very similar to the Elder Queen Mother. And Ripley is standing there tapping his foot. Sorry, Commander Winston. And says, well, at least you finally decided to show up.
I apologize. You didn't tell us when we needed to be here.
And to ask,
I believe you told us to be here during the dawning hours. Is it? Vampy, it is still the dawning hours, right? We did say that we'd get here at dawn.
did not say you'd get here at dawn. You said, I think Shui Yu might wake up around dawn, and Shui Yu said, yes, I wake up around dawn and meditate for a few hours.
I was under the impression we were getting here at dawn.
Okay, I didn't say a few hours. Maybe an hour.
A few hours, but for a little while. I mean...
Too late now.
Yeah, like, I don't think you got it also from the fact that no one asked what time to be here.
He said
And there's-
dawn, didn't he?
He said dawn, so that's what.
He didn't say dawn.
It
It doesn't matter at this point. We're here.
I mean, the only reason I know is because I specifically had 2 paragraphs written out, and the second one I only read if you guys asked what time or how much you'd get paid or where to go, and you didn't ask any of those things. It's not a big deal. The story's gonna be, honestly, peek behind the curtain. The story's gonna be exactly the same, except for he's a little annoyed with you now.
I'm a
I
little
mean, out of
annoyed with
character,
it.
what kind of employer doesn't give that info anyways? But
Right?
Yeah, I know. The point was, like,
crappy employer.
he was super, like,
That was my response.
I'm not
Both
saying
ways.
it's your guys' fault. He should have given that information. But, like, you also didn't ask, you know? And I also gave you guys the opportunity, or at least the two of you who would probably be more aware of those things, to recognize that you had no idea where to go or when to be there, and you both failed the roles. Like, this is what happens
been the
sometimes.
one
We
that
didn't
got us
move on.
like duties. Like he was the one that made sure that we got a sign off on the track.
Guy, I swear it's not a big deal.
Yeah, can we?
Let's just
Yeah.
drop it and move on. I'm
Okay.
sorry.
Okay.
Yeah, this is what happened. Yeah, so, yeah, I mean, it's the same. Now I have to find where I was, sorry. Let's see. Okay, so... Alright, so... I'm sorry, I got a little bit thrown off. Okay. So, they are waiting for you, and Ripley says, it is about time that you showed up, essentially. You
Yes,
nearly... Thank you for that. Well, at least you're here now. I'm still not exactly sure why you need 4 guards to yourself, or why the rest of us had to wait. But here you are, Queen Mother dear. And she looks and goes, they're not all for me. If you're gonna make... I have completely lost her voice.
Southern?
Southern.
She's not Southern! This isn't Whitewood, okay. Not Southern, she's
Howdy.
an old lady. Don't! You're mean, you're all the worst, you all die. You're all dead now. The end of the story, no one gets to watch anymore.
Alright, bye, stream.
Bye,
No,
guys.
wait.
If we had an outtake, I
Game's
would
over.
do the.
We're done.
No. Okay, yeah. Not all for me. You insisted that Nadia and I better be protected after, well, you know. So I made sure we would all have someone to watch our backs. Ripley looks a little upset and says, yes, but these are just the first 4 people you could get together to say you had a formal guard on the road. They aren't exactly trained.
I mean, we have
Yes, but
some
I only
experience.
had to almost save them like 3 times on the road. Pretty good. Fine.
Wow, high compliments from this lady. We're very capable.
Are you saying that in character?
The most part that she said, that we were fully capable of handling everything ourselves, she did not have to assist. She was able to relax, and we will assure the same level of service.
We have been practicing.
Well,
We
no.
have
these
really good
skills.
ratings on Uber. Just saying.
Fantasy Uber.
Wonderful. But honestly, grandmother, I do not need one of them hovering over me. I am the commander of the Crown's Guard. I'll phooey if I get one, you get one. Now, it looks like the city has been treating you guys well already. Look at you. Well, some of you are a bit spiffied up. Some of you got a few new scars already. It's alright. Makes you look tough. Let's see. Well, oh, this is the princess, Nadia. Nadia just sort of waves. That's the small girl. Let's see.
Wait, can I? And make the
Yes.
raven show up on the kid's shoulder.
She like
You
jumps a
want
little
Kenai
bit.
to appear on your shoulder? Wait.
No.
He wants Kenai to snap and make the raven appear on the kid's shoulder.
I snap and I'm no longer part of the stream.
Say, that's so Raven, and then it
Gosh.
appears on the shoulder.
Yeah,
Okay,
I
bye,
mean,
guys.
she looks surprised and yeah, she raises an eyebrow, gives you an appreciative nod. You know. And the
Did you
Queen
say
Mother.
Nadia?
Yes,
Nadia.
Natia. Nadia.
Yeah.
Oh, T, not
Natia.
a.
Yes,
not
it
a
is a
D.
T.
Natia.
See, Kenai can't spell well.
Can I make an investigation check to make sure that the kid is not actually Lulu using disguise self?
No, that is not an investigation check.
It is.
Well, I guess it. Oh yeah, it is an investigation check to see through disguise self. Oh, yeah, make an investigation check if you would like. By the way, you saw 0 magical abilities out of Lulu, so there's that. But
It's the devil's blood.
yes, the
No,
devil's
Lulu
blood.
is very.
Lulu
19.
doesn't look like a disguise to you. Oh wait, sorry. Let me roll real quick. Nope, doesn't look like a disguise to you.
Okay.
Darn.
Thought he was gonna
suck at
figure out the
investigating,
plot.
Treyu.
It's Lulu
Yeah.
all along. She killed
Yep,
the king.
Lulu's
He rolls
thing.
really
Lulu,
low, man.
for context, Lulu is the little girl who was lost in the forest that Jueyu and Alistine had to rescue, and then got a little bit mad at them for, you know, bossing her around when she had run off into the forest. But it's all good now.
I was almost able to send her off to save.
Yeah, not quite. But that, and you know, it's a shame, really, because it just would have done her so much good, you know?
Now who's gonna save her soul?
Who knows? But in the meantime, so the Queen Mother, Helena, sees Jueyu make the little bird appear. Oh, perfect. You two will get along just great. Jueyu, why don't you be Nadia's guard?
I would love to.
Let's see. Alistine, you and Eliza should get. Sorry, Master Winson. Bonalium, you can guard Ripley, and Kenai here will be my guard for the day. This is gonna be so much fun. Ripley looks a little annoyed. Commander Winson. Not least of all because she just, you know, is calling them all by their first names and all, but he does not dare correct her.
Oh, Ripley is Commander Winston. Okay.
Yes, Ripley is Commander Winson. Eliza is Master Winson.
Kenai will walk up to the Queen Mother and say, "It is good to see you again, Helena."
You see Ripley turn bright red, and Helena pause for a moment and go, "Dear, it's the Queen Mother." And you see a little bit of like some fire flash in her eyes.
Oh, Kenai
She's still
likes that.
smiling.
And I likes that.
Oh no.
Setting up another romance for Kenai.
Yeah, I know. Kenai's just making his way around the city.
You know, the usual stereotypes. Harem druid.
Yeah.
The greatest fires he creates are the fires of his heart. Alright.
Every party has one.
So it's just the druid with negative charisma. This time.
The real fire were the friends he made along the way.
It's a numbers game.
Well, Kenai will just look a little confused,
Right.
but will not say, "Okay, Queen Mother."
I mean, you can all roll insight if you want. You don't call her Helena.
0. I got nat 1 -1.
She's hard to read. Maybe she's joking about it. Maybe she's not. You shouldn't actually all, but like really though, no, you can tell. This is not her trying to hide anything or not be clear. She is making it very clear. You refer to her as the Queen Mother.
Alright, the Queen Mother.
Or Queen Mother Helena is fine, but you don't call her Helena. Alright, so yeah, you guys make your way rather quickly to the Grand Hall of the palace. Let's see. Essentially, you're expected mostly just to hover over their shoulders while they make their way through the day. From the palace, so in the Grand Hall of the palace, there are many mourners. By the way, all of the I think I mentioned this already. They're all wearing all black. Yes.
With my Knight of Shining Helmet, can I change my armor to black?
Yes, you can. Bonalium has a hat of disguise, so you change your armor to black. It's very respectable. Actually, for the first time since, yeah, because you weren't there when he went when Alistine went back to let him know that you guys had handled the bandits. So by the time he saw you, he already found out that you guys didn't have a whole lot of proof and all that. But the point is, for the first time ever, he looks at you with a little bit of approval. You got one right.
Can I roll insight to see if I
Oh my
actually...
goodness, I can't stop hitting my microphone. No, you don't have to roll insight. He nods at you with approval. Oh, you want to see if he's lying about being approving? Roll.
You're not proud of me. I know you're lying.
I need the
Patronizing
validation.
Did you roll?
I'm a disappointment.
Oh no.
What?
Well, so...
Yeah, he is nodding in sincere approval. I haven't met anyone who wants to roll insight so often since me, because I'm always that obnoxious person, and now I understand.
Bodily resist the urge to, like, fist bump.
Yeah.
Probably a good move.
Yeah, as they're you're going through the day. So from the Grand Hall of the palace, that is where the body is being kept right now. It is in a very ornate coffin. It is paraded down from the palace down the road to a grand temple of Sabras, which upon arriving you realize, oh, the Order of Sabras that you've been to, Bonalium, and I think Shui, you went as well, is quite a bit smaller than this, and you realize, oh, this is... You're not sure if they're not fully affiliated the same way. It's just a little odd to have, two places to Sabras in the same, city. It's a big city. But this is definitely much larger than the Order of Sabras headquarters that you've been to. Not that one is, it's a nice place. It's not run down at all. It's large, but this is... this is the temple of the High District.
Fair enough.
But it is also the High District that not everyone has access to. So, yeah, so you sit through a very boring, very long service, talking about how great of a king King Corin III was, how he brought...
What was his name?
King Corin III.
So I'm with the young girl right now.
Yes, you are keeping watch on Nadia.
As this is going on, I'm sure she's probably getting bored as well.
Did you want to roll insight for that or something? Like, this is a long service.
Yeah, well, I'm going to
but...
assume that she's probably... Yeah, I rolled a 19 plus. 1.
I mean, she's a
20.
little fidgety, but also, you know, this is her life. She does this whole, you know, actually with that insight roll, you see, like, she's sad. Like, she's very upset her father died. Bear that in mind.
Fair.
So it's less of a, like, fidgety, I'm bored and want something to entertain me, and more of a upset, maybe having a little bit restless, but yeah, no.
Can I summon the bird? And I'm going to set it in her lap, and I'm going to have it kind of like brush up against her, and just a little bit, like, kind of a comforting.
Yes, you can do that. You get a definite glare from the other members of the sort of branch of the royal family.
It wouldn't really be that audible. It would be like a bit of a snap here.
Yeah, but a bird just appeared in her lap. She's sitting next to them, and I wasn't really done describing, but
Sorry.
essentially in pews.
Never mind then. I probably wouldn't have been
fairly
if,
far forward in the temple because they are part of the royal family. So yeah, that's the thing. You may not want to. It's not.
Okay.
You can if you want. I'm not going to stop you. But you're not going to be able to do it in a way where no one's going to notice a bird appearing.
Well, I mean, I'm sure they're not looking at the girl. Well, anyways, keep going. I'm not going to do that.
Yeah, I mean, okay. Yeah, so a very long, boring service, about, again, like, what a great king he was, how the, kingdom saw a time of prosperity and peace, heretofore unknown, and...
Hitherto unknown.
Yes, on and on about... But, it was fate that took him, it was fate that this disease should take him so suddenly, and fate has brought us to, our new... Yeah?
Do they mention what disease?
No, they say this disease, took him suddenly. They talk about how, what a man of strength and constitution he was up until this unexpected disease.
Can I roll a perception check and see if anybody looks suspicious while he's talking about how he died?
Someone's fidgeting like, oh no.
Yeah. I would be fidgeting myself.
Yeah, it's sort of like I don't know that you can, not to say that this is like the big mystery of the whole campaign or anything, but there's not like a single dice roll you can make to suddenly see that someone actually killed the king who unexpectedly died of disease. So. Okay, yeah. I love your guys' input. I just lose my place every single time.
You're not allowed to finish.
Died of disease suddenly, but it was, it was the hand of fate, the hand of Savros himself, saying that it was time for a new leader to rise, that it was his... Yes.
That's his friend, right?
Yep. Yeah, it's time for a new leader to rise, time for his son to take the throne, and about what a good king young Maxwell will be. You do kind of notice that you note, and it may be more apparent to some of you than others, you're not really... None of you have, like, a noble sort of background, but you and the Winsons and the Queen Mother, the Queen Mother, and the young princess are kind of like several rows back, maybe like halfway down the rows of the temple. You know, it's just a place of prominence, but the new Queen Mother, you presume because she's sitting next to the young king, the to-be young king, who is, they reference him as they're speaking of him, are, you know, up in the front row. There's just a point to note that, especially like the princess, you know, a little odd that she's not up there, but
That's her brother?
yes. Her brother, the Crown Prince Maxwell.
Does he look similar, like with the dragon scales and stuff, or can we see him?
Make a perception check.
Is he fidgeting?
Can I make an
17.
insight check to see how many people are bored?
Let me hear what Clarissa said first, please. Sorry. What was that?
17.
You do not see any scales on him. Or his mother, for that.
I don't see any scales, or I can't see that he just doesn't have
You
scales.
see him
Okay.
and do not see any scales.
Okay.
He is, he's a bit paler than his sister. You know, hair's a little bit lighter, but yeah, they look similar
Elf ears?
enough, but yeah.
Elf ears?
No, they look, you know, with that perception, I mean, you get a look at, the Queen Mother as well. She looks a little bit more like the girl, but they you know, they all look similar, not like, you know, a lot of question there, but yeah, no elf ears, slightly angular faces, kind of, but that's about it, more pronounced in the two women. No scales. The scales, the princess is the only one with the scales.
Did
And
she have
actually,
elf ears? Is she an elf too, or no?
She's not an elf, no.
Okay.
Yeah, did you have a question, Shui?
No, we're good.
Okay. Yeah, so after this very long, very boring service to you guys.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I had a question. Is the king's body, like, presented in, like, a coffin, and is it, like, open, or is it closed?
It is closed.
Okay.
Coffin is there. It is closed.
Can I better not set that thing on fire? No fires in church.
So then you,
No, there might be a
Raid.
lot of incense in here. No?
Never gonna hear the
Yeah,
end of
so
that
then-
one.
after the service, you parade, you know, you all parade the body to the final resting grounds, where it is lowered into the grave, and then head back up to the palace without the body to a grand feast. By this time, it is late afternoon. You have not been given any food, so you're probably starting to feel a little bit hungry.
Goose.
It's the fact that spring has. If you start to pull a goose out, do you
I will-
start to?
I will stop. Can
I'm hungry.
If I'm near
Yeah.
enough to
Okay.
him,
If
I
you
will
don't
stop.
okay. If you start to pull a goose out, Shui, you will stop you. If you continue, Ripley
Please
will
don't right now.
probably kill you.
Not right now, can I?
Goose.
Not right
I
now.
doesn't
Is-
understand.
Disrespectful. Poor Cat Eye. Just hungry. Yeah, so you're starting to feel a little bit hungry. The fact that spring has truly sprung is all the more noticeable now as the sun is beating down on you and armor some of you. Is, you know, it's a warm spring day. And that's as you're, you know, parading back up to the castle. when you enter a great hall, there is a feast. You are sort of hovering near the table with the four of them. Again, so there are less people here for the feast. This is more just royal family. And so you're at a table kind of near the back of the hall. There's a high table up at the front with the young crown prince, soon to be king, the queen mother, a few other probably advisors or people of high rank sitting at the high table. You don't actually really know any of them. Yeah, and just,
Does it appear that there's a lot of people guarding the new, the prince?
There are a few guards. Yeah, they're definitely, they are Crown's Guard, not mercenaries. You guys are the only mercenaries here.
Okay.
Again, like before, you kind of had it mentioned that, the elder Queen Mother Helena prefers people who will keep to their own business and maybe,
I am still, trying to keep a really good eye out, though, and make sure that, no one's coming for the small child that I have been placed in charge of.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, you're doing great job keeping an eye out. Let's see.
Can I, throughout the funeral, will kind of attempt to whisper to the Queen Mother, inquiring about what this is kind of about? That's okay.
Throughout the ceremony?
He's curious. Yeah, why is everyone here?
During the ceremony, she'll look at you and sort of, and she will, she'll make, she'll wrap something around her finger and sort of lift her hand up to her mouth and just whisper, and will hear it in your head and say, after the ceremony, dear, during the feast. She'll look at you and just give you a little wink, that was me, it's okay. Yeah, so, make your way up to the feast, dear. The feast is going on, yeah, your party, for the most part, is having a grand old time, Helena's maybe getting a little bit tipsy, she and Eliza are like two peas in a pod, especially as you see them next to each other talking. Eliza looks like a younger version of her, they're, pushing Ripley's buttons. Eliza likes to call him Ripples. It's very cute. Which she calls her lizard back. So it's all in good fun. But Nadia's a little bit more somber. There's a few times where Helena will speak to Nadia, and Nadia will will stare at her for a moment, and Helena will gently say, "Speak with your mouth, dear. It's not polite in company."
To make an
and
insight?
Everyone just continues on with the conversation.
Maybe an arcana? Are they speaking telepathically?
Yeah, you can make an arcana check.
7.
You're not really sure. I mean, you share a telepathic connection with your birds, so people could probably do that. You don't know a lot about that kind of magic.
The only logical conclusion is Nadia is the Queen Mother's familiar, obviously.
She's a bird.
Yes, that too.
No, that's not how the spell works. It's got to be something else.
That would explain why she's not being with the immediate royal family.
Yep, because she's a bird. That's it. Okay. Were there questions you wanted to ask the Queen Mother during all this? The Elder Queen Mother? I'm gonna do that too. Helena. I'm allowed to call her that.
Okay. Oh, you heathen. Okay, yes, I will ask the Elder Queen Mother, why did so many people talk about this king's death? Why is there so much talking today?
He passed on. He was the most important person in the country, presumably. A powerful man, and you pay him respect when he's gone. It's a way of paying respect to the family, too, you know.
Oh. Well, I mean, as long as he was returned to the earth so that new life can come from his old one, then I suppose that's fine. Can I suppose
That's why we put him in the ground. Any other questions you had for her?
Where was the king's body put in the ground, or was it burned?
So, I mean, Kanai was there. They put the coffin into the ground. I don't know if Kanai would recognize the coffin as where the body was.
Oh, if it wasn't open, Kanai would just be like, why are they putting a box on the ground?
Yeah. Oh, his body was in the box, dear. It looks nicer.
But the ground can't get to the body. There's a box.
Eliza sort of giggles and goes, You know about the woods, right? You know that trees rot. The ground will get to him eventually. Nadia
Plain
sort of,
light.
like, shudders at this a bit. I didn't really, like, think about the implications quite so much when I put this grouping together, but I'm really enjoying it now. A little bit dark, sorry.
You put cannibalism into the
Yeah, I know, that's the problem.
Oh man.
Kanai and any other person is the Chaos Crew, like.
The Kanai crew.
I mean, they're not really, like, they'll just sort of let that go. Like, she'll just sort of pat you on the shoulder about delaying life. She's not going to give you a straight answer about that.
I mean, Kanai won't pursue it either. He'll
Yeah.
just kind of settle in for another, like, civilized person. Doesn't make sense. Bullcrap.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, so there's a point at which Nadia is just sort of like staring directly up at her mother for a while, and you see them like sort of staring, and there's some, you know, whispers at the table and stuff, and then she stands up and says, "Mother would like to see me to show you."
Okay.
Your mic didn't pick that up.
Okay.
Oh yeah, okay, so you two walk up to the front high table. And the Queen Mother is just sort of, you know, fixing her hair, fixing her little tiara thing. And about then, so the way the room is set up, by the high table, a little bit set back, there's a high table, some rows of other tables, and where you guys are, the main set of doors is behind you all, on opposite the high table, but there are two like serpent's doors near the front of the high table. And you hear something like a little bit of a squeaking noise, and Ripley looks at you, Bonaliam, and gives you a little shove and says, "Go take care of that," and sort of nods his head, and you see a single rat has like started to dart into the room and is starting sort of towards you guys' table.
I nod and over to Alistane as well, and try to like get her attention to the rat as well, as I calmly walk in the direction of the rat.
Do I see all of this happening?
Moment, no, you are.
No,
on
I
the
don't.
other
I'm
side
not.
of the
I don't
room.
even notice any of this. Okay.
Let me think. I mean, no, you don't.
Okay.
Not with your passive perception. It's just it's a single one that kind of made its way through between like
Fair
a
enough,
servant's legs or something going through the door. But Alistine, do you go with him?
I guess.
Okay, so you guys start to approach. It's like halfway down the room, and then another one and another one comes through, and Ripley looks at Hannah and goes, "Go, help them," and sort of ushers you in that direction.
So these rats are inside the dining room.
They are inside the dining hall of the palace. Yes. Yeah. So you make it up to the rat. Do you dispatch it?
As coyly as I possibly can.
Yeah, it's very subtle, very tasteful. Akane, are you heading in that direction as well?
Yeah, I'll head over.
Okay, so
Kind
you
of
guys
a little
head
confused.
over.
I thought I was supposed to watch with the Queen Mother. I doesn't understand.
I'm still not seeing any of this.
Well, I mean,
I'd see them walk over maybe, but not. Okay.
Yeah, you see them moving maybe, but you are, as you said, keeping a very good watch over your charge. But they are starting to head towards that direction. Okay. Another couple are streaming in, presumably Bodilium, you're trying to take them out, and a couple more are in, and you've got now just like a whole, horde of rats streaming in and squeaking, and people are starting to stand up from their chairs, and Ripley says, "Guards! Help them!" And some of the guards are trying to, deal with rats, and they're streaming in the door, and that's where we're gonna take our break.
Rat party!
Yay! We will be back to have a fun rat party! Yay!
Rat party! Yeah.
Welcome to the second half, guys, where we get a little wild. Just kidding. But you guys really gotta, again, you have to respond to my jokes.
They're serving ratatouille.
Or we can.
Oh yeah.
We need to get you an applause now sign.
Oh gosh, please, something like that.
I'd rather make her sound really awkward.
I already sound awkward for myself, thank you very much. I am currently slightly distracted because I am adding... Oh, I guess I don't have to add our Twitch link to our Twitch, huh? But I am adding our social media links because I was told that we should do that. I didn't realize I hadn't added them
Is everybody audible, and is the music too loud? If the music is loud or too quiet or anything, I'm sure the chat will let me know.
Yes. Chat, please let us know. Also,
Thanks for watching, guys.
I think I know who you are. We figured out the puzzle.
Well, he's always too loud.
I'm too loud. Okay.
Who's too loud? Lex is too loud?
I'm too loud. I am reducing my own volume.
You're too loud.
Good to know.
Okay.
I'm too loud. I am quiet like a
How
mouse,
am I?
like a rat.
Yep. That's
Waffle
what
noodles
they
is the
say.
waffle
Quiet as a
they
mouse.
say, just kidding.
like a rat.
Wait, now I'm probably quiet. Thank you.
Hey, turn it all
Thank
the
you
way
for that.
down.
Look what you did, viewer.
Turn it all the way
I'm
up.
gonna time you
Yes.
out, waffle noodle.
This is awful.
I'm just kidding. I'm not a
Sounding
mom.
I
very
regret everything.
We got our Facebook, Twitter, and Patreon on here. What other social media do we have, guys? We have a YouTube, but it's not
Instagram.
active
I'm
yet
just gonna go
because
cry.
OnlyFans. Is that what you were gonna say?
We
Yep.
do not
Waffle
have
noodle from our
have
OnlyFans.
yet.
We don't have what
Yet?
yet?
We don't have an OnlyFans yet.
Oh, that's true. We don't have one
If
yet.
you want to give us a large donation and make that request, we'll consider it.
I mean,
Yes, consider is a word that we will do. We do have a YouTube. I'm not going to put it up yet because it's not active yet, because this will be the first video on that YouTube. But
Once we do
all of
a
those
little
social
bit of
media
editing.
links, I think should show up now. Yet. Okay, but I'm going to stop paying attention
1,000
to
subscribers.
oh yeah, of course it was that Lex wasn't actually too loud. You don't listen to things that he says. But I'm gonna stop paying
I
attention
don't know
to the
who's
chat
who.
because oh well, you should. But yeah, I'm gonna get distracted if I keep paying attention to it. So closing that. You all should be able to see our social media links now. We still only have 4 followers on Twitter, and I think they're pretty much all us, so feel free to do that. But yeah, so we've got a swarm of rats
Oh,
bursting through the door.
is there a map for this?
There will be, in fact, a map for this
Can we
momentarily.
get
so
that
a swarm of rats
set up?
bursting through the door. And does it look like other than Bon Lee and the guards are also starting to kill the rats?
The guards are moving towards there. So actually, this would be a great time to pull up the map. I will move you all over to it. And we should have that overlay ready. Oh, wait, don't look yet. I lied.
It's
Not
all
yet.
of our dead bodies on there.
Yep.
Spoilers!
Oh,
Laid out.
No, what is this
No,
pile of corpses?
I had been
Why is there
playing
a dragon here?
with the
Why
new
does my mouse
tokens
show
that I
up?
got, and had just left some just sort of hanging out there because I wasn't sure when we'd get in there. Okay, so
Oh, I didn't realize the Queen Mother was actually Tiamat.
wait, why do you what? Just because you're making
I'm
things
just
up
looking
to
at
be
your map.
funny? There's no Tiamat.
That's
on
what
the
I'm seeing.
map. No.
She
Okay.
looks like Disney princesses.
Let me know when the stream can see our map.
Not yet.
All right, so just for clarity, so there. Oh, we need a couple more of these. So the guards were there were 2 guards with the prince who had actually been making his way towards the back of the room. And they were with him where you all were sitting, except for you all just ran forward towards the rats where they're coming in. The rest of the guards are along the back wall of the room. So, alright, go ahead and place your tokens on the map when you get a chance, and I will position you about where you are. So, Bonalium, you would have just gotten up to the rats
You don't
first.
see the map still.
You don't see the map?
No,
Or they don't.
we're not there yet. I just set it up. I apologize.
Yeah, no, that's
Oh.
fine. I'm just this is just prep for your guys' sake. The stream doesn't need to see it quite yet. I won't start anything until I have confirmation that they can see it.
There we go.
But yeah, so Bonalium and Alistine both went up to deal with the rats right away. So they are up there near them.
Stream should see us now.
They should see it now? Okay.
I'm just gonna stop pretending like we have everything solved and we've got our stuff together, because we clearly don't yet, and that's okay.
Hey, we're working on it. We're fine.
We're working on it, yeah.
Kanai is a little bit farther back. And Jue, go ahead and put yourself onto the map.
No, but it shows up in Discord. Great. I don't know why that happens. Anyways.
Okay, and you are over here.
You moved me,
You
please.
were
I have no idea.
with
Okay,
the
yeah.
princess.
Okay.
So we've got here is Maxwell, our young crown prince. Here is Ripley Winson, commander. And this one is Eliza Winson. We've got the Queen Mother Helena. She is older than she appears in her token. It just turns out that when you make art using paper doll websites, they don't have a lot of old people. They also don't have a lot of men. What?
We'll just say it's the lighting. She looks
Yeah, it's the
marvelous
lighting.
in this lighting.
This is the the new Queen Mother, and this is Nadia. Again, doll makers don't really let you add dragon scales to people very easily, but she has some skills of some sort. Who knows what kind? Anyway. So, let's see. So as these rats are starting to stream in, at the same point,
Wait,
through the other
Through like a door?
are we streaming rats
Yes.
streaming in?
We're streaming rats streaming in. So this is the door that they are coming in. From the other door, as you guys get up, so you've been able to dispatch a few rats as they've gone by. But just as you get up to the large swarm as they're coming in, this is all sort of happening at once. Also, a swarm of snakes coming through
no.
the other door.
What?
Snakes. Yeah. What indeed?
What?
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 But I have to find
Snakes.
some snakes.
Why
got
did it have
some.
to be snakes?
It's always snakes.
Tired of these motherfucking
It's
snakes in this motherfucking dining hall.
And then the other door has snake rat hybrids coming in.
Yes. No, unfortunately, I
Rakes?
do not have
No.
a...
Snacks? That sounds
Snacks
weird.
is pretty good. I don't have a conveniently pre-made swarm of snakes like I have a swarm of rats right there, but...
We love swarms.
I know, you guys once decided that you love swarms so much that you saw a wasp nest, could have avoided it, and then instead decided to go play with it.
Hey, I was
Really?
not any
Because
part of
that's
that.
honey in it.
Yeah, because apparently no one knew if wasps made honey. It's Always Sunny. I didn't even know that was a scene from It's Always Sunny until afterwards when Clarissa memed it, and I thought that she had just put those words on, but no, we basically just quoted the show exactly.
Yep.
Alright, so snakes and rats are swarming in. Let's check in. Oh, I'm gonna get the battle tracker up because, as a matter of fact, okay. So, Joyeux, this is about when you notice that all of this is going on. And
Okay.
so what do you do in this moment?
What am I
this
gonna
is
do?
So while they're rushing up, you notice this is going on.
Okay. And I have the opportunity to like cast something here. Do I see the snakes
No,
as well?
no, this
right?
is just a split second. Are you heading one direction, heading a different direction, staying in front of the princess? What's going on?
I see the snakes as well though.
Yes.
I guess I'm gonna, I will move over to like here-ish and try to like cover her, and I mean immediately start casting something.
Yeah, so we'll get into that in a second. We're about to roll initiative.
Okay.
But,
And I would, I guess I wouldn't really have time to summon Mage Hand then, would I? That's an action.
what do you mean? You don't have time to do an action yet. Sorry, I was just trying to get a feel for which way you're looking.
Okay.
And sorry, I'm trying to pull up the encounter.
We were
What?
asked to have every rat roll initiative.
We are not having every rat roll initiative.
Okay, what about the snakes? Can we have every
This-
snake
hey.
roll initiative?
This is the show again. The chat has no power here. Except for the power of making you guys giggle and me wonder what's going on.
Don't worry about it.
I'm not looking, Vanessa. Do I get a gold star?
You get a gold star, Clarissa. Good job.
Can she get inspiration for
You
that
get
so that we don't die?
inspiration, and also
Don't we
you
all
win
have
Dungeons and
inspiration
Dragons.
still?
Yay!
Technically,
Okay,
you all
I'm done,
do still
guys.
have
I won.
inspiration. None of you have used it. But Clarissa won Dungeons and Dragons, so I guess that's it, guys. Thanks for tuning in.
Thank you. Thank you. It's my
Yep,
first
yep.
time. I'm really glad to be here. Thanks.
Okay, so I need 2 tabs for this encounter.
Oh,
You should
Bringing
try
out the
By
streaming.
which
building.
I
Power.
mean that will become more clear in a moment. But
They transform into a giant blob monster of Yes.
Yes. All right. Why don't you all roll initiative? Yay! First initiative. I need soon. I will get all my sound
Ipsoon.
cues working and things. Ipsoon, I will get everything, all the sound cues working, and I'll be able to maybe make a little fun things. Can I roll initiative? Okay.
I roll.
Can I? I wish that I could put it into the tracker from that, but I can't. So can I? You got a 10?
Yep.
Okay. Who got what? Alistine. 12?
Yes.
All right, Bodilium?
14.
14.
Speedier.
Shueyu?
14 as well.
Hustling.
14 as well. All right. So, this is gonna be fun. Just gonna real quick. All right, so. So, we are mostly going to be. I'm getting some echo again, I think, through your microphone, Saba. But we, as everyone is running in and things, a lot of these rats are sort of just swarming past you. So the way that this fight is going to work is a lot of the swarms and things, you will still have. Yeah, so the swarms are moving past you, sort of towards the back end of the room where the others are. It seems like a lot of them are targeting, maybe going after the prince or something. But you see, so we're going to mostly be focused on this this half of the room. If you need to zoom in for the stream's sake or anything.
No, I mean, it should be decent. If anybody has any issues in the chat, we're all.
I think someone in the chat did say that it was hard to see it zoomed back up that far. I got a message from a little birdie. You might want to check our battle chat that only we can see. We were trying to be subtle, but it didn't work. But okay, anyway. So.
Can you zoom out on the battle map?
I was just
I
told
think they wanted
literally
it
to zoom in.
zoomed in a little bit because it was hard to see.
I hope that's a little because now
Maybe a little
I can't do much because I can't really because either we're gonna see the rats or the snakes. We're not gonna see both at this rate.
Yeah, that's fair. I apologize, guys. I did not think about the fact that making it in a big dining hall would make the map large and hard to see. But
I think that's fine. Well,
Each turn.
yeah, right there. No, yeah, like
Here, this way. You want to see the red?
or otherwise we could just. I know this is a lot of work, but you can just scroll up and down whenever it's your turn dealing with snakes, and whether it's our turn dealing with rats. I guess.
Is that a giant snake?
Sorry, I don't know.
it might be a giant snake. So sorry, I'm trying to make sure I've got the correct size in here. It is. Oh no, it's just a medium beast. Don't worry.
Yeah.
So the rest of these snakes are smaller than they appear because they don't take up that full square. But this is a medium beast, so it actually does take up the full square. But you know which one it is based on the fact that it's the big green one. Slithers through the door, and Shueyu, in the back of your head, you hear what sounds like the princess's voice say, I think you're gonna need to help with that one, and point, and you turn to see this. Oh, I keep going to the wrong one. Giant snake move into the room. Let's see.
Snakini. Voldemort's coming.
To about here. and it is headed right for you and the princess and the queen mother.
Okay.
Just in that general pleasant direction. But it can't do anything, so it just gets all the way up to here. And oh wait, no, actually it does. It goes to right here, and it's going to try and bite you. So that is going to be a 14 to hit.
To me?
I believe that hits tiny little Jueyu.
Shield.
Shield! There you go. Okay, Shield, the snake strikes forward, big ol' fangs. And it, it's about to sink into your arm, and you just whoop, and it bounces off, and it hisses again at you. But that is its turn. From the other door. Oh, no. Apparently I accidentally deleted it, but one moment. That's fine.
A giant rat.
Find. Who knows what might be coming out. Yeah, can you stop spoiling everything forever, please, Clarissa? Like, you keep figuring out, like, who's the evil big bad and things like that, and it's really not very helpful. This one is also... It's just the size of 1 square, don't worry. It's just the size of you.
New York rat.
And of course, these were uploading very quickly the other day
I've seen
when I was
those.
practicing, and
They're
all
real.
of a sudden, it's not. New York rats are real. They're not.
True.
This is bigger than a New York rat. Believe it or
I
not.
don't know. I've seen Master Splinter.
It's an ROUS.
It is, in fact, a rodent of an unusual size. And an unusual upload rate. I'm really sorry, guys. I did not realize that I somehow accidentally deleted this token.
Do we have any lightning sand nearby?
Lightning sand?
Don't ask me if I have any lightning sand.
Where?
You may be surprised.
Alright, I don't want to sit here all day and do this, but I can't do anything until it's done.
Can we get some rat sound effects while we're waiting? What do these things sound like?
You're not making
Happy?
any
You're not
sound.
making any noise.
I know.
Beautiful faces.
Yeah, it won't. The microphone does not want to pick up my disgusting rat noises, and that is what tells you that they are just extra special.
They're
Fortunately,
silent
I
rats. It's
do
deadly.
believe
That's actually scarier.
there are some rats built into Roll20, so we're just going to do this. And we might just use a polar
Pulling that
bear.
up. While she's pulling that up,
I just use it's a polar
Yeah,
rat.
do we have
it's a
battle
polar
music
rat.
again?
Oh, I'm not in control of the music.
Sorry, I'm in control of
good.
the music. I just have one long playlist right now. I'm hoping that's one of the things for either next session or the session after to get more thematic music. But there's a lot to plan with the stream, so
Yeah, it turns out
right now it's
that-
just general background music.
there's a lot.
You would
to
not
deal
think it would be this difficult to just find a dumb rat. I'm just gonna pick something at this point. It's a rat! That's definitely a rat, not a satyr. And it, in fact, has 30 feet of movement. So it's gonna go
with. What is right next to me on my left?
in there with you friends. Next to you on your left, Shreyu,
Yes,
that's the Queen Mother.
on my left. On my right.
That's a brazier. It's
Okay.
light source.
Okay,
Sorry. You said
the map left.
Okay, I assumed you were
Map
asking
left, sorry.
who. And so then I was like, well, if I were you looking that direction, that would be the left. That's a weird way to ask it, but sure. Okay, so this rat comes up and it is a giant rat. Hopefully you got some sort of that noise. That's the best I can do. And it takes a big old bite out of Bodilium.
It wishes.
Hey, it's feeling pretty good about this wish, because that is a 20.
Okay, maybe.
Wishes do come true.
That's a very strong wish.
Yeah.
Oh man,
So
that's
go ahead and make me a Constitution saving throw, Bonalium.
That is an 11.
You just make it. Yeah, so you take 4 points of piercing damage, and you feel uncomfortable for a moment, but you shake it off.
Yeah.
Just in time. Don't worry, guys, you don't have to fight the swarms.
What?
Um,
What does that mean?
that means something else is coming through the door.
That's not comforting.
Just in time.
I'm not concerned at all right
for
now.
What is
a
happening?
new friend.
Everything
Don't
is
worry,
fine,
it's
guys.
also medium-sized. A very friendly little guy just sort of skitters in.
A friendly little. What is that?
A friendly little wolf spider that's about the size of you.
That's
also
fine.
comes in, and Bonalium, you're right up front. Sorry I did that to you. that one's on me, I must admit. But yeah, so this
Everything's
one
fine.
is gonna try and bite you as well. It's big pointy teeth, but it's gonna miss. It only gets an 8, which does not hit, I know, so.
Hey, I could have gone, like, stripped naked in the past 2 seconds. Yeah, it doesn't hit.
You would still have higher AC than 8.
Fair.
Even naked, you can dodge that. But on the bright side, it's your turn, Bonalium. Yay!
Are we going at the same time, or does he have a higher dex, or?
Oh, you guys both got 14.
Yeah.
That's fair. I believe Shueyu has the higher dex, right? What are your guys' dex modifiers?
Mine's a +2.
+1.
What was yours, Shueyu?
+2.
+2? Okay, so yeah, Shueyu goes first. I don't have a way to correct that in this initiative tracker, but we'll just know that. So Shueyu, you actually
That's
go
okay.
first. Sorry, Bonalium.
you can like artificially make his lower by like one number or something.
I don't know that I can in the encounter tracker that I'm using. It's a different one.
Oh.
I'm fine.
Everything's fine, guys. Everything is all right.
Yeah. Everything's good. Like, I mean, you didn't get
Just
hit.
animals. Where are you guys freaking out?
So,
Yeah, they're just
I
animals.
am
Just
going
ask
to-
them to go away.
Let's ask them to go away.
I'm gonna cast Grease.
The grease?
I'm gonna
Where?
cast it in these 4 squares.
Please tell me that your next spell will be lightning.
And and then I cast Fireball on the same turn. I use my action surge to cast Fireball, and then I play 3 cards face down.
End my turn.
You legitimately had me going for a second there, Lex, and I was like, you can't quicken a spell? Also, what?
No.
Action surge doesn't work with spells. Also, he's level 2.
I am also going to use my portent to make sure that the spider rolls a 1 on its saving throw for Grease.
In the future, let me know when you're rolling your portents, please.
I think he.
Oh, I didn't. Do you really want me to say that every single time? I figured it was more interesting to not say them until they happen.
I think it's good to have transparency. It's
I
only
mean, I'm
once a
writing
day.
them all
It's
down,
not like
but
it's
okay.
gonna be every 5 minutes.
I mean, it's happened a lot in the last
You can
couple.
tell me off stream if you want, but
Okay.
I just
But yeah.
yeah. Okay, so
yeah.
the spider fails its dexterity saving throw against Grease.
Yeah. Unless it
can
has a
you-
plus.
Are you able to draw where you're putting Grease? Or
Yeah, these 4 squares. I don't know if you can see that.
Okay, I can draw it then.
Yeah.
It might go on top of them is the only thing. Well, we'll just draw a square like that. All right. So that is Greece. So, yeah, I don't think the swarm of rats is kind of ambiguous, but honestly, the way this is going to work is in the background, they're all going to start fighting as well, but, so the swarm of rats aren't your problem to deal with. And
Okay.
how they do is going to depend on you, how you all do. So,
Okay.
do
Yeah.
well
So
or everyone dies. Yes, so the spider falls prone, I believe.
yes,
Does it do anything else?
falls prone.
Okay, spider prone. Is that your turn?
That's my turn. Wait,
All right,
I place
great.
3 cards face down and end
Yeah,
my
you
turn.
already said that. All right, Bonalium, it is now your turn.
Okay. I guess if it's prone, I'm gonna go for that one because that's an auto crit again. Melee attacks versus prone is auto crit. Is that? No, it's just advantage.
It's advantage. If it were unconscious, then it would be an auto crit.
Okay. In that case, I'm going to turn to the giant rat and exclaim, "Smite down!" as I green flame blade the giant rat.
Okay, you're going for the route. You would have advantage on the spider.
Yeah, but green flame blade, I'm going to ignite the grease and deal damage to the spider anyway. And I'm more concerned with the rat because it's in
the rat.
of my.
That's fair. The rat is not in the grease.
Right, but
Only
Green Flame Blade jumps fire to an adjacent enemy that's within 5 feet.
Okay, so the spider is within 5 feet, so I'll grant that. Yeah. Okay. So that makes sense then. All right. So roll your attack then, I believe.
Anyways.
So that's a 16 to hit.
All right. On the rat, that does hit. How much damage does it do?
1d8 plus. So that's 4 plus 3 is 7 to the rat. And then 3 fire damage. Well, 7 fire damage to the rat, and then 3 fire damage to the spider.
All right. Does it do damage? Can you read me the verbiage of the green plate blade, please?
You brandish the weapon used in the spell's casting and make a melee attack with it against one creature within 5 feet of you. On a hit, the target suffers the weapon's normal attacks effects, and you can cause green fire to leap from the target to a different creature of your choice that you can see within 5 feet of it. The second creature takes fire damage equal to your spellcasting ability modifier.
Is all good then. So that is 7 damage to the rat. The rat. Squirt. Bleh. Gone. You killed something. You one-shot that rat. Nice. And then it was, you said 3 damage to the spider?
Yep, fire damage specifically.
Okay, fire damage specifically. Let's check. Yeah, seems to do a normal amount of damage to the spider.
Does it ignite the grease?
It's fire damage.
It specifically says it leaks.
Yeah, no, you're right. I granted that before. The grease goes up. We'll treat that the same way we have before, which is that the grease is now on fire. So at the start of its turn, anything that starts its turn within that space will take some fire damage. Is that your turn?
That is my turn, yeah.
All right. You guys just all rolled not hot on initiative this time, which is fortunate for some friends of ours.
Friends?
One friend in particular, one more friend.
Another?
It actually is also coming through this direction, just because flavor-wise that makes most sense. This spider's a little bigger. This spider takes up 4 spaces.
Does it step into the grease?
It does step into the grease.
So it needs
So
to.
it does have to make a dexterity check.
Slip, spider,
this
slip.
one. Let's see. Oof, that's a 5. That spider steps into the room and flop goes prone. Does it lose all of its movement or does it still have movement?
It just goes prone. Let me read this. A creature that enters the area and ends its turn there must also succeed on a dexterity saving throw.
Enters the area or ends its turn there.
Yeah.
Okay, but it goes prone. Is there any other verbiage after it says it goes prone?
No, it goes prone. It is considered difficult terrain, so they have half speed. So once it's moving in there, it still has half speed.
Okay, so
You have to use half of its speed to stand back up, and then
yes.
Yeah, so it could use a quarter
And then
of its
it
speed.
would have. Yes, I
Yeah.
mean, once it gets
Anyways.
out of the grease, it's no longer half speed. So how it would work is it has 30 feet of movement. So it used, 10 to get in here already, stepped into the grease. Flipped over, so it can flip itself back over. That will take another 15 feet of movement. Then it only has 5 feet of movement. It cannot move any further because the grease is difficult terrain. So it's stopped right here.
Okay.
Its turn in fire.
It can. Go ahead.
What?
It has to succeed again
Just
if
gonna
it
say
ends its turn there.
Okay, well, actually, so that's what I was going to say is rather than just do nothing with its turn, it's going to dash.
Oh, fair
So
enough.
use
Yeah.
the rest of its movement. It is headed this direction, so that is 10 feet. If it moves within the grease, so does it need to make another check, or it can just
Only
move
if
out
it
of the grease now?
only
but
if
it's
it
difficult terrain.
enters it. Only when it enters it, or if it ends its turn there.
Okay, so that's 10 feet more to move forward 5 feet, and then so that's here 10 there, and then another. We'll call it 20, whatever. 25, 30. So it gets there. You definitely slowed it down quite a bit. So that is a bonus.
Does it look like it's coming straight for the girl that I'm trying to protect?
You get the feeling that maybe. You don't know.
Great.
But as this is happening,
I don't know.
so these snakes are all gonna move forward a bit. What's the speed on us?
Wait, so just to make sure, the rats don't seem to be interested in us particularly, or attacking.
They are.
things?
I mean, they're biting and stuff. They're mostly making it like difficult to move through. Generally speaking.
Are the guards just like standing around picking their noses or something?
No, so I'm getting to that. I'm going to explain what's happening right now, guys. I'm running like 20 different things at once. Please.
She's
Be
got to go
patient.
through the initiative for
As
every
this is
single
happening.
snake and every single
Well,
rat.
this is why I have 2 initiatives, because I have all the stuff going on, and then the things that you're actually high enough level to deal with. So now I'm getting back to, oh yeah, all this other stuff that's going on. Which is... So, snakes... Oh, they got 30 here. I should have moved these way farther forward. Okay, so... They're probably, like, here. So, while this is happening, guests are all rushing... I'm like, I'm making gestures at the screen as though any of you can see it. So all of the guests are rushing towards this back door over here. The guards are starting to move forward, but are fighting against the guests, so are having trouble moving forward. but they're making some progress forward. The snakes are hissing and starting to get near some guests, but the guests mostly saw the rats and started to run before the snakes came in. But they're making some progress. This little king twerp is sort of just like not knowing what to do, looking around with his guards on either side of him. Ripley, Eliza, and Helena are getting up here and starting to... They see that you guys sort of have this door covered, so they are taking some pot shots at some snakes. Ripley's sort of trying to help guard the king. Helena and Eliza are just going for it, shooting fire and flames and fun stuff.
Fire and flames, you say?
Oh, can I?
Fire and flames
His
You're
heart
just
of the
trying to
magical
make
variety.
this old elf Canai's muse.
The title of this episode will be
Wow.
The Fire and Flames of Canai's Heart.
Yeah, exactly. This fun friend comes through the door.
Is that a scorpion?
No, it is another large spider.
So many large
It
vermin.
looks a little
Next
bit
to the
different.
door.
Yeah. And it goes, let's see, so... So it's gonna dash to, like, here. Actually, the snakes are also probably dashing. So the point is, these guys are starting to get swarmed and trying to protect the prince over here. We'll throw another rat in there, too, for good measure. So you guys can't whine while you're not getting more help. I still don't have a good rat token, so... we do what we do. More rats!
That's a lot of rats.
So this place is sort of just like... I mean, up in flames literally in some ways. None of the walls are burning, it's all stone, it's very nice. A couple of the tables have caught fire with these guys shooting. The guests are mostly filing through the door, the guards are fighting against them, trying to get through. Stuff is swarming towards the prince, towards the princess. This rat swarm is going to have more difficulty getting through here, but is still going to probably move to about here. It will take some fire damage. Oh, look, it took fire damage. You're totally fighting it. It matters. What?
Do I get an opportunity attack?
If you want,
Yeah.
take an opportunity attack.
Stomp on the ground as they run by.
Does a 9 hit?
It might. Let me check.
It is
A 9
swarm.
does not hit. Alistine, you would also get an opportunity attack if you would like.
Heck yeah. I got a 7.
You also do not get me.
I'm kind of upset because my sword dice, the damage die I did for my sword, was in the way of my d20 roll, so it stopped it at that low roll.
Oh,
I was really
I
upset.
mean... Yeah.
That's a cue on me, getting the stuff out of the way of the roll.
I mean, it's still random.
Can you try restarting the
But, yeah.
music, Vanessa? It doesn't seem to be
Oh, yes,
playing.
thank you. Yeah, it probably just ran out. It's, only a 2-hour and 53-minute playlist.
Ooh.
All right. So, yeah. This friend, right here, is dead. Which is probably good, because it is now Alistine's turn, and I know that she doesn't like having stuff messing up her range, so...
Yeah. Let's see.
Which
From
good.
here, I'm trying to see. Is
Can
Bonnie
someone
even-
help me protect this child?
I'm on
I'm
it.
trying. We're kind of busy.
If you haven't noticed.
Okay. This spider.
We have a lot of friends.
here.
So many
Can I-
friends.
past Bonalium, or is he in the way? Do I need to move?
To get to this spider?
Yeah.
So, you can
look at
pass by Bonalium. You would have to go through either go through the grease. Let me.
Does she not have line of sight?
So these
Yeah.
would actually be here. So here's the thing: you can shoot past Bonalium if that's what you're asking. If you want to
The rats
walk.
are there.
Yeah, sorry, I fixed those because they probably would have gotten there. And the point is, they're past you at this point. I was
Okay.
just.
So yeah, I'd definitely move.
You
over
could have
there.
moved through them anyway. They just would have been difficult terrain, I believe.
10, 20. Probably move to like here-ish.
Okay, yeah, that's definitely within your range.
And
of
then
movement.
gonna use my crossbow and shoot the spider.
Good idea, generally speaking. Roll that attack.
I got a math is hard.
That does not hit, actually.
24, I think. Does that hit?
That will hit. Okay, yes. That will hit. Roll your damage.
Okay, it's a D8. Which one is it? 8. It's a 10. Still don't know the dice. I'm sorry.
Okay, you want a D8? That's the two little pyramids on top of
Triangle one, right? Yeah.
Yeah, double
each other.
pyramid.
Yeah. Double pyramid.
Okay,
A
that's a
diamond.
+3, so 9 damage.
9 damage. Okay. Yeah, it's not a fan of that. It's looking a little bit injured. A little bit, you know. Is that your turn?
Any fire damage from walking through the grease fire?
No, because it did not. Oh, it was beginning. Yeah, it didn't begin or end its turn there.
It wasn't in it long enough.
Yeah, essentially. I mean, the fire effect on grease is already sort of a homebrew rule, so I'm not going to make it super powerful because it starts to mess with balance, you know?
Okay.
If you had an effect like a wall of fire or something, even that, I think, there are ways to avoid it like that, so. Yeah, so is that your turn, Alistine?
And the snake is still coming for Joyeux, right?
Yes.
Can I see it over the table? Or
Yeah, it's the regular height table, and the snake is human-sized, so.
Oh, cute.
Seems right.
Yeah, it's a little friend.
Seems fine.
I'm gonna action
pretty
surge
normal.
and shoot at the snake also.
You know, these things just happen sometimes, you know?
They really
okay.
don't.
Yeah, action surge,
I got a
shoot
nat
at the
20.
snake. Nice!
Nice.
Alright.
Even Canine knows this.
So
is
that
normal.
hits. That does hit. So
That's
you
saying
get
something.
to roll your damage die twice, and then add your modifiers.
Cool.
Double 8s, right?
13.
13. Oof. So Joyeux, what you see is, so you are seeing all the stuff streaming through the door, the rats and stuff.
Yeah.
You hear Nadia's voice in the back of your head saying, I think you might need to help with that. You whip around just in time to see this giant snake lunging at you. Flash, shield it out of the way, get ready to cast something huge and explosive in its face, and before you can get it off, a crossbow bolt just goes straight through the snake, through the roof of its mouth as it was still finishing striking at you, and it just topples over dead.
I just imagine it
I think this is the
goes
best
through
the
and
combat's ever
sticks it
gone
to the
for
wall.
you guys. Normally you're all
Right?
half of you are down
Right?
by now.
I get to be a badass again.
Yeah.
We both need dispatch 2 critters.
Clarissa's very first combat ever, very first turn, she just one-shot a giant boar. Just saying.
I mean, Jueyu was asking for help. I came over and helped you. You happy now?
I'm
Yeah.
pretty happy, honestly.
And
Every time that Jueyu has needed help in combat, Alistine has been right there.
I find it impressive, actually. Can I roll the 10 initiative? Like, that's not a bad initiative. These monsters just all, like, 3 of them rolled above 20. I thought you guys rolled poorly on initiative. I just didn't realize, like, but yeah, can
14
I?
is the highest I've
Last
rolled.
but certainly not least. What are you doing? You can move through the rats. It's difficult terrain. And I'll count that just for these 2 squares, let's say. Because, you know.
You
the
could
other
try
ones aren't
talking
full.
to them.
Yeah, you could try asking them to leave.
Well, do they look like... where are they going? What direction are they going? Are they going after me? Are they going towards the prince?
They're going past
Or
you.
king
They're going
now?
generally in this direction.
And they're going generally in that direction. Okay.
Yes.
Ken I recalls the words of the commander yesterday, and he sighs, concluding that maybe killing rats is the norm here for a reason, because this doesn't seem normal.
Weird.
I mean, does any...
the rats, this encounter would have been easier.
Yeah, right? If I had just gone and killed those rats,
If you asked them to leave,
this wouldn't have happened.
Right?
It was so great when you're like, I'm gonna go talk to him about the rats, and I'm like, you can't get the rats out of the city. I don't have a session.
That's your problem, Vanessa.
Damn it.
I know, right?
You didn't expect me to actually take a job?
And it ends, and it's very boring. The end.
I had offered you guys that job like 5 times, and you had ignored it every time. So,
wanted
there
Oh,
would
I
have just
don't-
been twice as many snakes.
and I knew you would ignore it. So,
Twice as many snakes.
I did not.
get William to
yeah.
help us. I wanted Bond.
But yeah, to be fair, it probably wouldn't have made much difference. Well, I mean, we'll see. Anyway, so what are you doing?
Okay. Alright. First, as a bonus action, I will conjure my wildfire spirit. Enya is her
Hey.
name. On top of the swarm of
Yeah.
rats. Savenya!
So this is one that
Sava Enya! Manalium! Alistine Treyu.
There's our theme song.
Jolex! Vanessa!
Disney's gonna get
Can
us.
I?
We gotta stop.
Yeah,
We're all out of tune. It's fine.
that's what they care about, whether you're in tune or not.
Well, they won't
So,
notice it.
yeah,
otherwise.
I promise by next week I will have a proper Enya. Unfortunately, again, paper doll websites. I spent, like, Lex can attest to this, I spent a full, like, hour, maybe hour and a half trying to make any sort of paper doll look like any sort of wildfire spirit, and it didn't work. And also, then I asked you about free assets, and none of those free assets work. So, where are you summoning your spirit?
We're gonna commission Clarissa for an
Okay.
Yeah.
I know. Hey, Clarissa. By the way, just quick shout out to Clarissa and all of this beautiful art. All of our character art is by
All of the
Clarissa.
character
Any
art.
art that you've seen on our social media, cover photos, our logo,
The thing
all
is,
Clarissa and her
over there.
amazing skills.
and the thing, it says it's by her.
Yeah, it does say that it's by her, but also I just want
Yeah.
to give her a shout out because we didn't
It's
even
super good.
ask. She's just like, hey, by the way, I made you this beautiful gift here.
All the branding and logos so far have been drawn by her too.
I said that already.
Oh yeah. Intro.
But yeah,
Intro
All our
with
beautiful
Sava, and
faces
it also looks
Right.
great.
featured by her.
Validate me.
Clarissa actually did my makeup today, even, so
Yeah.
that one's a lie. That's
I
not
drove
true.
all
She's
the
too
way
far
out
away.
to where you live and put it all on you, and then
If
drove
you-
all the way back here.
That's committing 10
That would
hours
be
just
so
for that.
sad.
Didn't
At
play in
least
person,
stay.
just came for
I
that.
know, right?
Yep.
Alright, okay, you have a
Right.
wildfire spirit.
I do. And upon summoning
Let me
this
give you
wildfire spirit...
control of said spirit. But yes, continue, sorry.
Oh, yes, that could be helpful. Upon the summoning of my spirit, Enya, a burst of flame shall erupt 10 feet around that area. And
Alright, 10-foot
everything
radius?
within 10 feet of the spirit summoning will take... Yes.
Okay. Everything including
Other than me,
yourself?
apparently.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I hope that's not including you, or that
Everything
you're
other
prepared
than
to
me,
take
it
that.
says. No, it specifies each creature within 10 feet of the spirit other than me or you. When it appears,
Okay.
must succeed on a dex saving throw against my spell save DC,
Okay.
which is...
But this is an instantaneous effect.
Something. Yes.
Okay, so I don't need to draw it on the board, is what I was wondering.
Should be...
Alright, because it's just gonna be that, I mean, some tables and things might get a little singed, but primarily it's gonna be that swarm of rats. And they nat 20
Okay.
that save. Great
They will
use of a
take,
nat 20!
Okay, they don't take damage at all, actually. So every single rat
Okay.
in this swarm dodged the explosion of flame. Very nice.
It's a swarm of rats! We don't
They
roll
spread
their
out and
initiative
spread back in.
separately. They don't each get a chance to try and bite you.
What I think happened, go with me on this.
They're all just moving past you anyway.
On the earlier fire, it burned off all of their hair, so they're all naked rats. So the second fire, like, it had nothing to catch on to.
They're naked mole rats.
Oh no. I just imagine all the rats
God.
combining together into one big rat made out of little rats.
Ooh, it's just like writhing, little
Ugh.
naked rats all smushed together.
As soon as you say the word writhing, it gets 20 million times worse.
All the fingers are just rat tails.
Or not.
Wiggly.
Alright, are you going to move anywhere, do anything?
I will then... I'm upset these rats all dodged the fire, but I will...
Sorry. If it helps, like, that nat 20 could have been the giant spider about to go eat a little girl, so... I mean, I know that it still might roll a 20, and that's not how statistics works, before anyone in the chat starts to get mad at me about that, because I play D&D with a lot of them as well, but,
They're not here now, Vanessa. It's all
That's
your...
my
I know, I just know that I'll hear crap about it, because I always give them crap about not obeying statistics.
It is statistically unlikely.
The chat is already on it, Vanessa,
Anyways,
don't worry.
I will, as a bonus
I
action,
figured.
command my fire spirit to go over to Bodilium
Gamble's...
and teleport him over the fire. And I guess while I command my fire spirit to do that, I will also move through the rat swarm and stand next to Bodilium with
So, your wildfire
20
spirit...
feet of movement.
Oop,
What's that?
I still have drawing on. Okay, so... Oh, so you're commanding it to do that. Its turn is after yours, correct? So yeah, so you move there.
Yes, I will do
The
that. And I
rats...
guess I can move it myself too.
Yeah, so you can move
the
it where
rats
you want
attack
to
me?
move it. The rats forego any attack of opportunity. They are preoccupied with where they're trying to get to.
Okay. Alright.
It would take their
After
reaction.
my
Mhm.
turn, then I would have commanded Enya to move over here.
Yeah, go ahead and move
to
her.
utilize her fiery teleportation to teleport myself 15 feet in this direction and herself over here and 15
Okay,
feet
so,
in that direction wherever Bonalium wants to go, I guess.
You want to teleport onto the table?
Might as well.
Which, I mean, I don't know why I'm even asking. Of course you do. She was right here, or was she right here?
She was here. Oh, sorry, here.
Okay, yeah, that's fine then. As long as she has the movement to get there and all that. Okay, yeah. You can teleport her wherever. And Bonalium, you're teleporting where?
I can actually choose.
Assuming he wants to. He can choose not to. Sorry.
Okay, and it's within 15 feet, right?
Let's
Okay.
see where. Want to use this? Won't get very far there.
So moving over the table is going to be difficult terrain. You're teleporting though, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
I was about to be like, it didn't matter for Kanai because it was teleporting, but oh yeah, you're also teleporting.
Yeah, we're going to. Whoop, I need to do this. Be on the safe side. I'm going to be on the table with him.
Yes, table. This is where we do our little
Oh,
wrestling
no.
elbow drop on the spider. Yeah.
Table is going to
Close
be on
match,
fire in the
because-
next like 10 seconds.
Gah!
Just knowing this group.
WWE smack down the spider.
All right.
If we don't kill-
that is
All right,
your turn.
After the fiery teleportation, each creature that was left behind in the teleportation radius, which would be only that spider and the grease,
Yeah.
will have to make a dex saving throw again.
All right.
Otherwise,
that spider
take
was still prone
damage.
because it has not taken its turn yet. Correct.
Oh, I thought you said it was dead. Okay, I
I believe so.
misunderstood.
No, the rat was dead.
Was it
The rat
dead?
was dead.
The
Okay.
rat
yeah.
is dead, and the snake is dead, which I should take off the board as
Okay.
well. So snake dead, rat
Snake.
dead.
The
Spider's
snake's
still
just, like,
alive,
stuck
but
to the
spider
wall.
was prone because you ensured that it failed its roll. So it is going to make a dex saving throw with disadvantage. Which
Sure.
its first roll is pretty bad anyway, so. Did you say something,
Yeah.
Joe?
I was just rolling the damage. If it
Oh.
fails, it'll take 5, and succeeds, it'll take 2.
It
Actually, no. This is
fails.
still. It's full or none at all. So if it fails or if it succeeds, it takes none.
Okay, well, it.
Weird.
Yeah, it fails. So it takes how many?
5 points of
5?
fire damage.
Okay, 5 points of fire damage. It is looking pretty bad. It's definitely bloodied. I mean, it's a spider, so it doesn't have like normal blood. It's sort of like goopied, you might say. It's oozing some goop.
I made a goopy.
Yeah, you made it goopy. And we're just gonna leave it at that.
Wait,
Or is it more of like a
did
crispy?
you do it or did your spirit do it?
My. Yes.
Anyways.
My. Oh, God.
All right, but
I'm not gonna go there.
as the giant poisonous snake and giant rat are both dead, it is now our spider's turn. It uses. Oh, it takes. So bad. It's its turn. It starts to stand up. It takes 3 fire damage at the beginning of its turn and falls dead.
No one actually directly attacked that one.
No, something happened to it, didn't it?
I
Because
burned it with my secondary effect.
that's what it was. You're right. Yeah. Nope. You know,
like, what
you
the
guys
heck
still
was
have
it?
this big friend to deal with, so focus on it. But instead, it's
looked at
gonna
its
focus
direction and it
on not you because it's bodily. Oh my goodness, that one didn't get a turn either because of grease.
Ah,
And now 2 of you get to go before it gets to go. All right, Bonalium,
um,
kill my hopes and dreams.
we go at the same time. or-
Jueyu, yeah,
That's fine.
Jueyu
Okay,
goes
let you go
first. Sorry.
The big spider's still alive.
Yes.
Yes,
it look
and
bloodied?
it's coming to eat you. No, it's barely been touched.
Okay.
Alistain's the only one who's
um,
even tried to hit it.
This small
Or
girl.
who's hit it, I should say.
Would it take my entire action to try to push her under the table a little bit?
Push her into the spider.
Throw her at the spider and run.
So, yes, it would take your action, because she's not like an object. You can't just have an object interaction for that, so you would be...
I can't just like
sort of-
bonus action shove her that way a little bit.
No.
Okay.
You can shoot, like, you can make spell attacks around her and hope you don't crit fail.
Well, or I can just go that.
You can
And
do
do
that
that.
as well, yes.
I was just kind of hoping to get her under the table. That's
Yeah,
all.
not without using your whole turn to do it.
Okay.
She's standing there, like, arms out, like, squinting, like, kind of ready, but does not know what to do.
She's
I'm not
got.
sure
Oh,
moving
shit.
people closer to the ground with swarms of vermin is a good idea.
Push her towards the
Also
snakes that
fair.
are pouring into the room.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna cast my signature Magnify Gravity on just this spider.
Squish the spider.
Okay.
Yes.
Are you talking, Vanessa?
How big of an area of effect is that?
That is what does it say here? 10-foot radius. Can I make it go into the side of the wall? How does that work?
Well, you can make it go into the side of the so it has to be on a point you can see, I believe.
Okay,
I'm
so if I
assuming.
make
Is that
it
what
go like
says? Well, read the text.
yeah, on a point yeah. On a point you can see within range.
Okay, yeah, so you can make that point like the wall, basically that corner.
Yeah, I'll make it like over here-ish then.
All right.
I'm gonna hold my crystal
Where are you making
and
Where are you making it?
I mean as far back as I can, but just to touch the edge, just enough that it'll hit the spider, but as far back as I can. So here-ish.
Okay, yeah, that's fine. Yeah,
And-
okay. So you do that, and it needs to make a
And-
dexterity saving throw, I believe.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Can I use my other portent?
You can use your other portent.
It rolls an 8 plus whatever its modifier is.
Mm-hmm. Let's see what its modifier is. That's gonna be close.
Hoping it doesn't have a +6.
That's an 11. It fails.
Yes. Okay, so it takes 2d8.
It would only have needed a +5.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Is
'Cause
there
it has
anyone
Hi,
on the
Ghost.
other
it
side
has
of
to
that wall?
match, not exceed.
Is what?
Is there anyone on the other side of the wall?
We don't know that.
I kill some random royal person on the other side of the wall.
It's the
Is
same
it that
room
evil
with all
guy
the really important people.
Right.
It takes 13 damage as it gets crushed down.
Yeah, it doesn't like that. It like it's sort of like crushed down onto its legs and it's twitching a bit. But it's still up. It looks very, very bad. It looks one might say it looks grievous. Make your general jokes now. And is that your turn?
No.
Whoa, no. I didn't get what you were saying.
You guys have made these jokes before when I use the
Yeah.
term grievous. So, for the chat,
Exactly.
if you're not familiar, rather than giving everything away with hit points, we use injured for a quarter under max hit points, bloodied for halfway under max hit points, and grievous for a quarter or less hit points left. That's something that I got from Carson. I'll give him credit. It was a very good system, so I made fun of him for it a little bit last time I played D&D with him, and he got all embarrassed. So he gets full credit. I'm stealing that from him. It's a good system.
Carson is one of your friends that
Yes.
you play D&D with, not in this.
They can
Yes.
figure that out. That's fine.
Anyways,
Yeah. So is that your turn?
that's all I can do.
Okay.
I don't have any bonus actions.
Bonalium, you are up.
I'm going
Please don't kill
to
my little spider friend.
bonus action Hexblade Curse the giant spider.
Okay, you do that.
As I say, don't you ever ignore me. My eyes just kind of flash a little bit. and I'm going to mind smite the spider,
Should have elbow smited.
aka
Great.
Eldritch Blasted,
Mm-hmm.
which is a 16 to hit.
Hits.
You cut out. I can't quite hear.
Oh, yes, that hits. Sorry, I don't know why I'm cutting out all of a sudden.
Okay. So I need a D12. Here we go.
Guys, when
That-
did combat become my favorite part of D&D?
That's 8 damage.
We lost you again there.
The little spider twitches its last twitch. And it's gone. Never having gotten to hurt any of you.
It'll never go up the water spout again.
Guys, this was a harder fight than supposed to be a harder fight
Than the wasp.
than some of the other ones. So you guys have
Well,
almost
just-
died. And yeah, like the wasps
That's all
that
these
almost
swamp
killed
spider rats.
Bonalium.
More.
Okay,
Not
you...
only does it.
Yeah, another giant spider comes out. I mean,
Three
I
more
could. None of you
spiders.
have barely... Have any of you taken any damage?
No.
Bonalium did. Okay.
Wait, hold on. I did, but with my Hexblade Curse, not only did it not hurt any of us, I healed from it.
Yeah. No, I mean, fair and square. You killed them all. You get the experience from that, and as you look around, these guys have just finished. Just
not
the
done yet.
room is just
I'm
full
not done.
of. Oh, you're not done. I apologize.
I still have movement.
Oh yeah. I
So I'm
mean,
going to hop down from this table. Can I use athletics to go across the tables without taking difficult terrain?
you hop down from the table and you look around and realize that everything else is dead. Is what I was trying to get to.
Wait, everyone is dead?
No. So you are back here. Like, these guys are some fairly powerful casters.
Yeah.
Ripley's like going at stuff with a sword. They had made their way probably just about up to you just as you finished that spider off. And they're properly impressed. Like, you guys did well. You guys did very well. But like, they might be a little more powerful than you. So yeah, they handled the mobs of rats and spiders and
Okay.
snakes. Sorry, I don't want to poo-poo on your
Stop,
phone.
like trying to keep going, and he's like, "Oh man."
Yeah.
Yeah, like you look around and they're like, whoa. Ripley's like, whoa. You got it, bud.
Did the prince? Does it look like the prince did anything?
You're
Uh,
no
Probably.
audio.
Oh my goodness. Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
I don't know what's happening. It was working
We'll adjust
fine
that later.
earlier, right? Yeah, it's just a bummer
I think
because
I
I
have
keep
an
thinking
idea.
I figured out what's
Don't
wrong
worry
with
about
it. All right. Yeah, so just to clarify, this prince probably around 13 or 14. Not, super
Level?
old.
I mean,
Oh.
What?
Oh.
Yes, level.
I
No.
I
mean,
thought that was level.
No, age.
Bodalium's only like 4 years older than that.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Bonalium has not lived a coddled, precious life.
That's fair.
I don't know. I grew up in an academy.
Also,
I think I was
mean-
coddled.
are you kidding? Like, I'm, substantially older than that and still completely useless in a fight. Not everyone's good at fighting.
That's fair.
I mean, have
Uh,
you even tried? You don't
Usually
even know.
kings are, well, often kings are. Maybe not. Anyways, we'll move on. I'll stop
Not-
I'll
not-
stop
not in
bashing
this
on this
universe.
13-year-old kid.
Yeah, right. Like, also,
Let's keep
his
insulting.
dad,
His dad
just
just
died,
died.
and now suddenly he's gonna be king in a month. So,
And apparently swarms of animals are coming after him.
It's pretty normal. Oh yeah, so people are like sort of panting. Basically, everyone else has left the room. The Queen Mother actually, I should say, in the process of this, sort of dragged her up onto the table as well. So they are both up on the table. And she's, looking down, hand over her heart, thank you. What was that? That was awful.
Can we look around?
How did you let... What?
Can I look around?
Yeah.
There's no other threats. Does anything look like... It look like anybody got injured or anything major happen else?
The guards who maybe got... I
Okay.
don't know. If you have an idea if it's something I can do... We're almost done for the night anyway.
Okay. Yeah.
I think we'll probably call it at 11 if we're having audio issues, and I think we're pretty much at a pretty good stopping point anyway, almost.
Okay, fair enough.
So it's probably... Yeah, if it's not something I can do quickly, we'll just try and struggle through. Yeah, so a couple of the guards may have been bitten by some rats. Or snakes.
Oh no, weird snakes.
What?
I'm just saying there are weird rats and weird snakes now, is what you're trying to imply?
Yes. That's what I was trying to imply.
Yep.
Well, the first time you said were rats, and that's what I thought you were talking about, and then the second time you said we're, and I'm like, do you think you're a rat?
Wait, we're rats?
No. I mean, I've read your backstory.
Rat?
I don't know, but... yeah, so things are sort of calming down, and the Queen Mother... At some point, you would probably have picked up at some point that her name is Queen Mother Safini. She looks at Commander Winson and says, "You were supposed to take care of the rat problem, and now there is snakes and giant spiders, and my daughter nearly died, and my son nearly died, and I do not need more dead family members at the moment." She just starts to storm out, dragging Nadia along with her.
Are you sure that's a good
Commander
idea
Winson?
right now? We don't know what's
Commander
going on.
Winson, yeah.
I'm shouting that.
Yeah, she pauses, she stops in her tracks and takes a deep breath. And doesn't say anything, doesn't move. Commander Winson, for the first time since you have met him, does not look smug. Looks very, ashamed of himself. But yeah. And the room is just sort of quiet.
Can't hear you.
I say,
Oh, and everyone sort of like looks around for a minute. And Commander Winson clears his throat and says, "Yes, well, we'll put more guards on that rat problem. You know, those sewers, they just... Guess I didn't realize how bad the problem was. That's all."
I speak up and I say, our deepest apologies. Commander Winson had requested, had began to commission us, due to his other duties to protect the palace. We are making amends now. And I get down to my knees and bow my head really lowly.
She'll turn around and look at you. And she'll say, "You shall address me as Your Highness."
Absolutely.
And while I appreciate you trying to cover for this one's mistakes yet again,
Again?
it is his job to deal with. She does not answer your question or acknowledge your question.
Fair.
Is it safe to return to my quarters? Or am I to spend the night of my husband's funeral taking shelter on my table for fear of bugs and vermin eating me while I sleep? And Commander Winston says, I'll check and clear the way. Guards, and he ushers them, and Eliza speaks up and says, yes, I'll go check this way. And, Helena looks a little winded, but just... I haven't had a good fight like that in ages! Come on, lighten up a little, honey. And, the Queen Mother, Safini, stares daggers at her. And so they each make their ways towards the door. And as Commander Winston makes his way out the door, with a few guards in tow, you hear his footsteps stop for a moment and say, "You're going to want to come take a look at this." And that's where we're going to end our session tonight.
Uh-oh.
Cliffhanger.
Uh-oh.
What?
Cliffhanger, hanging from a cliff, and that's why they call him Cliffhanger. Yay!
Good
Did I
job,
make
Okay.
that
Vanessa.
fun?
Every session with a nice little song. A jig, if you will.
They will all be from Between the Lions and other PBS Kids shows.
Dragon Tail,
TM.
Dragon Tail.
Yeah, TM.
These are all trademarked works.
Just wait till we get to the Caillou theme song.
Caillou. I don't remember it.
Alright, we can go ahead and switch to our
Caillou.
normal overlay, Lex. Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
We need to come up with a better system for that.
Yeah, we
Some
will
kind of
have to
like
come
visual
up with...
cue, like you scratch underneath your eye or something.
Just
No,
wipe
I
the
touch my
screen.
eyes way too often
you,
for
like,
that to work.
Yawn
You
really
pinch your nose 3 times, you know?
Fix your glasses and go, eek, eek.
Okay, I also
Right.
fix my
Blink-
glasses
blink
very often.
thrice.
The
Flip
problem
the light on
with
and off a couple
all
times.
of this...
That's coy.
Nosferatu.
Yeah,
okay.
game is over. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Now that the game is over, I'm checking out the chat because I feel obligated. But yeah. Hope everyone had fun. The problem with all of the signals to get him to switch is that he would have to actually pay attention to me.
I can't look at you in the combat and stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
That wouldn't work.
Like that sounded like a joke, but
I
also
can't look at you
sincerely,
for
though.
extended periods of time, you know.
I don't blame
I have to
you.
look at you enough already. It's kind of upsetting.
So, that was our game. Thanks for sticking around. Everyone who stuck around gets a special treat to see my adorable little cat because I resisted the
You all
urge to
get
move my webcam this
inspiration.
whole
Yay!
time.
Yay!